and make plays. But this guy is like at the top of the class. I mean, the way that he can run, they've got run packages for him, specific run packages for the quarterback run game. Man, when he climbs the pocket and takes off and runs, he's a sight to behold. When he starts climbing that pocket, are you holding your breath?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that can certainly take it the distance, and he's mindful to not take big hits. But also, number one, he wants to beat you with his arm. You know, he wants to hang in there. He wants to buy time. He wants to throw the balls on the field. And with the speed they have on the perimeter, if you know, when they hold up in the pocket, he can buy time. Those guys can get open down the field. So it's difficult playing against him. He presents a lot of challenges.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And he does have great weapons on the perimeter to throw to. And he's got a tight end that I think is the best in the National Football League, or amongst the best anyway. Mark Andrews, I've always been a big fan of this guy. I think he's a good blocker. I mean, he can get that part of the game done. There's no question. But he just seems to have an extremely high football IQ. And Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews seem to have a synergy that's tough to find. They have pretty good 1-2 punch. They're about as good as you've seen.
Yeah, Mark Andrews has been in the league, tight end in this league for a long time. That's why they just extended him a couple days ago. He's got a great feel for the defense and where the voids are, and great chemistry with Lamar, like you mentioned. You know, he's just got a good feel for them being on the same page, and has been really productive for him. And again, he's willing to do his part in the run game as well, which you're not always finding tight ends that are willing to do that. And he's certainly one of them that's willing to contribute in any area.
What about the big running back, Henry? I mean, he's a weapon that's unique. There aren't many running backs, or any running backs the size of this guy in the history of the National Football League. He's amongst the few genetic phenomenons that kind of size at the running back position. When you have a running back with that size, speed combination, what kind of problems does it pose?
Well, he's one of the best to do it, you know, and once he certainly gets a full head of steam, he's really hard to break down. And so you obviously got to hit him low. You can't hit him up high, or you got no chance. You got to game tackle. You got to get as many guys around him as possible. But he's a tremendous running back.
And finally, Coach, let's talk about this Baltimore Raven defense a little bit. Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator, is a fine football coach. There's no question. He's put together the tremendous game plans for this football team on a weekly basis. The Baltimore Raven defense. What makes the Baltimore Ravens defense so good year after year, Coach?
Well, I think they do a good job. They understand what they're trying to get done. They limit the explosives against them. They're really good against the run. They do a great job, you know, not giving up big plays in the run game. And they've got guys that can really cover, you know. So in the pass game, whether they're playing zone or man, those guys have really good awareness of what concepts are trying to beat them. And when they do play man coverage, they got guys that are able to hold up and cover building the field. So really challenging group, and we got to work it out for us.
And finally, Coach, special teams, can't leave them out totally. They've got guys that can put the foot to the football. I mean, they got kickers that can dictate field position and score points. Tell us about that kicking game.
Yeah, they've always done a good job. You know, Coach Harbaugh is a special team specialist there, and they take great pride in that, just like we do. And again, it'll be a good duel between all the specialists in this game.
Coach, it's going to be a great duel overall. I'll tell you what, AFC North Battle Royale. It's going to be an extravaganza. Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, always a physical contest, always a great football game. Can't wait, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Ed.
Back to you, Box.
Hey, thank you, Lapp, and thank you, Coach Tiller. As you heard, Coach Tiller knows the Ravens are very smart on defense and still physical despite their record and recent struggles. Offensively, we know Lamar Jackson likes to buy time to take advantage of the speed of his receivers, but more so his connection with his tight end, Mark Andrews. They've been in sync with each other for a number of years, which presents a constant challenge for the Bengals defense. Now, both teams have excellent kickers, and kicking in this frigid weather might determine the outcome of this game more than it normally would. You heard Dave talk to Coach Taylor about running back Derrick Henry, who had 60 yards on 10 carries, averaging 6 yards a carry. But keep in mind, Chase Brown, 15 carries, 78 yards, 5.2 yards a carry. So both teams were able to get something going on the ground. Up next, it's Mo Egger and Tony Pike talking quarterbacks as Countdown to Kickoff continues on the Bengals Radio Network.
And 166.7% more effort.
Stats, huh? Two can play that game. In 2022, the Bengals broke their attendance record with over 67,000 fans.
Fifth Third gives you no hidden fees and free checking.
The Bengals won the game with the coldest wind chill ever, -59 degrees.
Fifth Third makes banking easy from the moment you sign up.
The Bengals are easy to cheer for.
Hooray! This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. Visit 53.com/momentum for more information, including product restrictions and details.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
Our first students arrived in 1824, but let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is number 3 among national public universities for excellence in undergraduate teaching, a top 10 college for producing Fortune 500 CEOs, and one of the 100 best colleges for future leaders with an entrepreneurship program among the top 10 in the world. Producing exceptional leaders and mentors was, is, and will always be something we do. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Toyotathon is on, and there's no better way to get in the spirit of the season than with a new Toyota. Now through January 5th, get 4.75 APR financing on any remaining new 25 RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid. Or lease a new gas-powered RAV4 LE for $279 a month for 39 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
Touchdown, Bengals fans. Fuel your game day and every day with gourmet greatness from Dorothy Lane Market, official gourmet grocer of the Cincinnati Bengals. From USDA prime steaks and burgers to artisan breads like authentic sourdough and the legendary Killer Brownie, DLM has flavor that wins every time. Visit one of our 4 locations, including the fabulous new store in Mason, and shop gourmet gifts online at DorothyLane.com. Shop at Dorothy Lane Market, where Bengals fans feast like champions.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network. I'm Wayne Boxmiller, taking you up to kickoff, 36 minutes and 10 seconds before we get going. Now, we're talking about quarterbacks right now. As quarterbacks go, the Ravens' Lamar Jackson doesn't look like Lamar Jackson. So what is it? And what does that mean for their offense? On the other side, what about Joe Burrow this week after a tough loss in Buffalo? How do they expect Joe Burrow to perform today against the Ravens in this must-win game for both teams? I'll let them tell you. It's time for Mo Egger and Tony Pike to talk quarterbacks in this week's Quarterback Conversation.
Tony, the Bengals play against Lamar Jackson for the second time in 16 days. He has dealt with health issues this season. I think physically he is clearly not 100%. But even above and beyond that, something seems off with the two-time MVP.
It does. It just doesn't feel like as confident of a quarterback. It also doesn't feel like it's a quarterback that's having as much fun as he normally does. Yeah. If you think of Lamar, you think of like the life that he brings to the field, and it's surprising because I think this team in Baltimore had done a better job of trying to build and support him. They attacked their defense. It hasn't panned out as much, but they spent the money in draft picks on the defensive side of the ball. There are times where you see like Zay Flowers as, man, that guy's going to take a huge leap forward. They just reinvested in Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely is a good player, albeit he's not helped them in the last couple games against the Bengals or the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they still have Derrick Henry, yet you start to wonder offensive scheme. And the question I've always had with Lamar Jackson, when his body starts to give out a little bit, which we've seen this year, and he's not as dynamic of a runner or not a willing runner, what does that look like from a quarterback perspective? He's just not made that transition yet from athlete to pure quarterback in the NFL.
You said the word willing. And when I watch Lamar Jackson this season, I see a guy who's not sure when he should or shouldn't run.
Yeah, it's almost like the voices in his head are the people that are talking to him of when to get down, when to throw the ball away, when to run. That's been the most surprising because down the stretch for the Ravens, they've been in a predicament much like the Bengals where you're almost in must-win mode. Mm-hmm. And when you're in must-win mode, you seem to play a little bit more desperate, yet he still doesn't want to be the willing runner that we've seen in the past. It makes me think that the health issues are more of a problem than maybe they're leading on. I know he's missed a ton of practice over the last couple of weeks, but there is always, when you see Lamar Jackson and you see him on game day, there's always the threat that you know what he can turn into and what he can be against a defense who struggles making tackles in space.
Joe Burrow last week against the Buffalo Bills for stretches was awesome. But he had the 2 picks. The first one, a pick 6, by his own admission, a mistake that he can't make. From your perspective, having played the position and having thrown picks before.
Yes.
What happened?
I thought it was the right read the whole time. The corner is blitzing. If he gets the snap cleanly, he has the ability to change his arm angle, probably throw it around the corner. And it's not going to be a touchdown for Jamar Chase. It's going to be a 5-yard gain, which is what you want in that situation. The adage that you hear at quarterback, no matter if you're in grade school or the National Football League, don't make a bad play worse. And when he didn't get the snap cleanly, he had 2 options. Either fall down, protect yourself, or throw the ball at the defender's feet. He still tried to make a play. He ends up trying to shot put it. He made a bad play worse, and it ends up costing the team. The second interception, it happens. Guys get their hands on a pass. You move on from it, and he did. If there's any question about Joe Burrow, look how he bounced back from that interception, the drive that he put together. It's everything about what you appreciate in Joe Burrow, but he'll tell you it's a play that you can't make as a quarterback.
Whether it's the ball being knocked down at the line of scrimmage or even the pick 6, what is it like when you release that pass and you know something bad's about to happen?
Probably something I can't say on the radio. You know it's coming. And then you got to try to be a tackler, and that didn't go well either.
No.
It is. It's such a bad feeling because you know it right when you let it go. And then you feel like, even though you've put up a ton of points and played unbelievably, then you feel like I've let the team down. And I think you saw Joe's reaction after the game and the way he's handled it since. He knew that was on him. And I fully expect him to bounce back in a big way, especially, you mentioned opponent twice in 16 days. Baltimore's not going to do anything he's not seen.
Right.
You know their personnel. It's an AFC North rivalry. This is about your players making plays over their players. It's about you out-scheming your opponent. There's nothing these teams are going to be able to hide today. Go out and make the plays.
All right, that's Mo Egger and Tony Pike talking quarterbacks. And to tell you what, Joe Burrow, you just have a feeling that he's going to bounce back today in a big way. And after winning in Baltimore on Thanksgiving night, they're more than likely looking for that sweep. But more important comes another division win. Back with fantastic fun facts right after this. It's Countdown to Kickoff right here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
The International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 18, provides workers with the skills contractors need to ensure quality, efficiency, and safety on their work sites, while contractors create vital job opportunities for Local 18 members. That's why Local 18 works hand in hand with Ohio's contractors to ensure employers and workers can prosper together. In fact, Local 18 and Ohio's large contractor organizations often collaborate because there is more that unites us than divides us. We're union strong. Visit us at oe18.org and go Bengals.
It's the season for connecting to our community, our traditions, and each other. That's why Alta Fiber is here giving you peace of mind with internet you can count on, service you deserve, and performance you can trust. Alta Fiber is your hometown provider for high-speed fiber internet, TV, and home phone services. This holiday season, switch to Alta Fiber and get up to a $300 gift card. Internet plans start at just $40 a month. Visit altafiber.com today, because when you have the best connections, a brighter world is possible.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you. walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your managers should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff right here on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network. Wayne Box, really glad to have you aboard. Getting so close to kickoff, 27 minutes and 46 seconds and counting, as the Bengals and Ravens get ready for part 2 of the 2025 season. And the Bengals look to sweep the Baltimore Ravens this year and take another win in the division. Taj Brooks was a draft pick the Bengals were very high on, and he's finding his way on the field in special teams. Great young man with a great story, overcoming a lot of obstacles, and looking forward to being a mainstay on this team. He talked with Dan Horde in this week's Fantastic Fun Facts presented by Skyline Chili.
Now, Fantastic Fun Facts with Dan Horde.
Time for some fun facts with running back Taj Brooks from Manor, Texas, not far from the capital city of Austin. Describe growing up in Manor and some of the things you enjoyed doing when you were young.
Oh, man, the thing I did the most was just play football, went to school, and then, hung out with friends. That was really just the most part. And, I was kind of a country boy at that time, too. It was Manor back in high school. It was a kind of little suburb. Now it's a lot of things growing out there. So, but it was more country when I was out there, when I was growing up and stuff. So it was fun.
I read somewhere that you rode horses growing up. Was that the case, and is it still the case?
It's a little bit kind of the case now, but I try to get not too much. But I grew up. I rode a little bit of horses. It was just when I was little. My aunt, shout out to her. She kind of, just instilled in me just to do it for fun, and it's been great ever since. But it's crazy. Just I kind of had like a little reaction to like one of the horse little blanket sheets, and I loved animals. When I was little, I wanted to be like a veterinarian, excuse me. It was just I love watching like the Incredible Dr. Pole shows and things like that. So I just want to see like just the way of living of a horse and things like that. But no, that was just something I cherished the most when I was growing up.
Taj, you had an exceptional high school football career running for more than 4,000 yards. When did it start to become clear that the other kids either couldn't catch you or tackle you?
Really, I want to say Little League, and then going into my 9th grade year. That was my first year. I was a freshman on varsity, 9th grade, and you really don't see that happening in a lot of places. And that kind of just changed my trajectory in football, and I'm very thankful for the coach that gave me the opportunity.
Manor isn't far from the University of Texas. I've read that the Longhorns did not recruit you. Was that the case? And if so, was it disappointing?
It wasn't disappointing, but they recruited me a little bit. They kind of wanted me to. It was back in 2020 when it's kind of that COVID era, and they had a guy, he's in the league actually right now. So kudos to him and things like that. But they had a guy, and I feel like Texas Tech was the best for me. Coach Matt Wells, I got recruited by him, and man, he changed my life forever. And then just the inductor of just Joy McGuire and just the things that he built there has been great. So I'm glad I'm a Texas Tech Red Raider.
You initially committed to Tulsa, largely because of an assistant coach named Justin Hill, who is your running backs coach now with the Cincinnati Bengals. Describe that relationship going back to the 10th grade.
It was a great relationship. It's still great to this day. You know, Jay Hill, he does a great job with just the coach aspect, and then just being a teacher, a great guy you can learn from, and then just off the field, a great family man, a great somebody you want to be like when you want to grow up and things like that. But the relationship is been there. I want to say since my freshman year, I committed to him and that program, and it was great. And then he got the job here, and I knew I was kind of going to be back, not as a Cincinnati Bengal. I knew I was going to be back in the ropes because I texted him 1 year. I guess congrats on going to the Super Bowl, and he texted me back. He's like, thank you, man. So it was just good seeing eye to eye. And then I got blessed, and then I got drafted here. So it all came from a full circle. So it was cool.
We're visiting with Taj Brooks. You ultimately chose to play at Texas Tech, as you mentioned. You're going to be in their Hall of Fame someday. You're their all-time leading rusher. What did you enjoy most about your 5 years there?
Man, it wasn't breaking the records or anything. It was just, I want to say my teammates, the guys that I met there, the guys that I came in with. We built, those are my brothers for life, and that was probably like one of the biggest things that I missed about college and things like that. But besides the accolades that I broke and things, that's probably the most important ones.
In addition to your on-the-field success, you excelled in the classroom. You were nominated for the Campbell Award last year, which is known as the Academic Heisman Trophy. Did your folks put a big emphasis on the classroom?
For sure. My mom and my dad, they pushed me academically as well as on the field. You want to be the best person in the brain before you get outside and get on the field, you know. So it's been instilled in me at a young age. My grandma's also instilled in me you gotta be a student before you be an athlete. So just learning different ways just to get better with your brain, that's just something I always honored as, and just want to expand my knowledge some more.
The Bengals selected you in the 6th round of this year's draft. Describe that day leading up to getting the phone call from Zach Taylor.
First and foremost, it was a blessing. Can't thank enough to the man above. The Bengals got a great guy, a great person that's gonna come in and impact the way that he can, if any opportunity that he gets. But that day was amazing. I talked to Zach, I talked to Jay Hill, and then after that it was ready to work. You know, nothing wasn't handed, nothing wasn't given. It was just come in, learn, and just be whenever your opportunity presents itself, be ready for that opportunity. And I can't wait.
This was a crazy deep draft for running backs. I'm thinking in a normal year you would have gone several rounds earlier. How did that affect you?
It really didn't affect me. I have a great team, great agent within that realm and things like that. So they kept me. He kept me truly honest. He was like, man, I feel like you're one of the top backs in this class, and your film proves it. You can pass, protect, and catch the ball great out the backfield, and run the ball. That's nothing. Nobody can question you about that. So, man, that's just it was deep, but I feel like I separated myself just off pass protection and then catching the ball where we were at the backfield.
Were there guys drafted before you where you said to yourself, man, that guy's good, but I know I'm better than he is?
For sure. Just the competitor in me, just saying that. And then just, on draft day, I kind of wrote and thought about every guy that went before me. So not saying when we played them, I just want to, whenever I get my opportunity, be the best back on the field and things like that. So I just can't wait for that to happen.
All right, some wild card topics now for Bengals running back Taj Brooks. Who is your all-time favorite athlete in any sport? And why?
I got to be one or just one?
You can pick several if you'd like.
All right. Man, this is tough. I'm going to go Kobe just because of the Mamba mentality. I'm going to go Ray Lewis just because a guy that's going to come to work each and every day and give it his all, and someone that's going to embrace you and, makes you want to do things that you don't want to do, but you do them. And then my last one is probably Barry Sanders, just a guy that's just very consistent as playing a running back, playing at the highest level and doing the great things that he did in the NFL, man. It's just you always want to put yourself in that role and just want to see yourself doing those great things that he did. So.
Barry Sanders was before your time. Have you watched a lot of the clips on YouTube?
Oh, for sure. I watch him. Then, the Madden. I play Madden a lot, so I'm always using him. Walter Payton, just Marshall Faulk, man. You can go, a list goes down, man. But I kind of watch those guys on YouTube and just, going what they did in the NFL and just try to see how my game can implement and how I can take things from their game. So.
for visiting with Taj Brooks. For the last 3 years, you put on a free football clinic back home for kids. More than 300 attended this past year. Why do you do that?
I do it just it's a blessing first and foremost for the kids, and it's free. It's something that I love. Giving back to my community, giving back to where I came from, and you always want to get back to your hometown because they're going to support you no matter what. No matter if you're in NFL, no matter if you're a college coach someday, no matter whatever you're doing, they're going to always support you, and I always want to give my support back to my high school and things like that.
We know you're a good running back. We know you're a good student. You rode horses as a kid. But what are you lousy at?
To be honest, I'm not a good singer. I will not. I sing to myself sometimes, but it's just myself and probably my girlfriend. But besides that, I'm not a great singer at all. That's probably the one.
What do you like to splurge on?
Man, I don't know, cause I haven't. Man, I'm not a big spender. It's just, it depends. Like I kind of left my big spending probably in my college days, but now it's just more of just, I don't know, man. I don't really splurge a lot. So.
Second contract?
Probably buy a home back home. Buy a home, get something set up for the off season, and get something going with the off season, things like that. So just buy a home and things like that.
All right, final fun fact for Taj Brooks. This one's a little bit deep. If you could meet anybody in history, living or deceased, who would that person be?
I want to say one is Nipsey Hussle, just the way how powerful he is with his voice and the way he carried on his life and his legacy. And then two, probably my brother Trolley. Just to talk to him, see how he doing up there. He passed away in 2019 during a gun violence accident. So just meet him and just chop it up with him. That would probably be my two, most coming back and just chopping it up. So that would probably be my things right there.
Taj, appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was Dan Horde, and the young man I'm just so fond of, Taj Brooks. And, man, what a combination. Kobe Bryant, Ray Lewis, and Barry Sanders. Put that all together. You certainly have a Hall of Famer. Back with Paul Dana Jr. as Countdown to Kickoff continues right here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Bright Wireless provides reliable high-speed internet for homes and businesses throughout the Tiffin, Fostoria, and surrounding rural areas. With their office and service facility located in Bascom, Bright Wireless can provide you with the type of local customer service that you deserve. With their new Accelerate packages, you get the bandwidth needed to do anything over your connection. Log on to their website at bascomtelephone.com and click on the Bright Wireless tab for more information.
Welcome to Big B Coffee, your home away from home that picks you up and leaves you in a better mood than when you arrived. No matter who you are, we know we'll have a drink for you, and her, and him. You see, here at Big B, we can customize our drinks for each person. Dairy or no dairy, coffee or no coffee. We've got you covered, hot, iced, or frozen. Big B Coffee is one of a kind, just like you.
With locations on Tiffin Avenue and Trenton Avenue in Findlay to serve you.
Blanchard Valley Health System is making it easier than ever to access the care you need with online self-scheduling. Explore our physicians and providers, view real-time availability, and book an appointment, all from your phone or computer. Whether you need same-day urgent care, a routine checkup, or a life-saving cancer screening, you can visit bvhealthsystem.org. Book your appointment today with Blanchard Valley Health System. We're here for convenience. We're here for you.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedelec.com.
Covering the Bengals from the inside out with the Dana Report. Here's the Athletics' Paul Dana Jr.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network. Wayne Box Miller with the man that covers the Bengals for The Athletic and hosts the Growler podcast and writes articles for the New York Times as well. Paul Dana Jr.
What's up, Box? How we doing?
I'm doing well, man. Let's talk about the, as you call it, the under-discussed lethal weapon of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I spent some time, anybody that watched the last time the Bengals played the Ravens saw that touchdown to Andre Yosvas, that was kind of helped put the game away. And, the operation that Joe Burrow had before that play, pre-snap of moving Drew Sample and Samaje Perine, and then knowing exactly after the snap, seeing the route that Andre needed to run because he had a linebacker on him and put it right in the spot. And I kind of started talking to people about that play and about Joe's ability to set protections, to understand where the protections are coming from and just see it and know what the defense is doing. And the more you talk about it, the more people are like, this is a true superpower that not enough people talk about. He might be as good as anyone in the NFL at doing this. And it's an interesting thing. And people say, yeah, you know that, you see that. But what's interesting right now is you see him do things like this and be just incredible at it. The league has really changed in recent years defensively. There's so much more activity pre-snap. There's so much more disguise. There's so much more movement that quarterbacks have to figure out. And you see a lot of quarterbacks come into the league right now and what? They can't figure out what they're looking at. They don't know what they're seeing. So you have offensive coordinators have to simplify the offense, to simplify things for them just to get by to do the normal stuff. Also part of why we see some of these older quarterbacks having success right now, guys that have been around, because maybe they're not as talented as the #1 overall pick or whatever, but they at least know what they're seeing and they can get through it and they can operate these offenses and not be beat up by disguises. Well, this is what Joe Burrow does better than anyone. See what they're doing. Mike Gesicki said it's my favorite talent that he has is that he always knows what the defense is doing before they even do it. Burrow talked about reading body language and understanding just by the lean of a linebacker or the look of where somebody's coming from and then know exactly what play to get to. Drew Sample told me, we call it everything is live. Any adjustment that they've ever done back in the middle of OTAs or camp or 2 years ago or whatever is on the plate. When they had the switch from Flacco to Burrow, Ted Karras called a meeting with the younger guys and said, I did a little presentation and said, here's some stuff that you're going to need to know now that we really haven't been doing with Flacco the last couple of weeks, where there's just more things that Joe can get to and when he sees it in the moment. It's not talked about enough, but it truly, when so many of the plays go and they look easy, the stuff he does pre-snap and sees even post-snap is what makes it look so easy, and so it ends up a little under-discussed, but in today's NFL, it's never been more valuable.
No question about it. Speaking of value, tight ends, good for both sides, but not good for our defense.
Yeah, the defense has obviously been struggling with that, and we sort of talking to people about that this week, and I mean really all year, because it's, they're right now they have allowed the third most yardage to tight ends than any team in NFL history, and there's still a month left. It's so much of it. They've been really focused on let's stop the run, right? Like, obviously the linebackers are having issues of getting to the places they need to be to. Let's stop the run first. Focus on that. So a lot of the focus on stopping the run has left them vulnerable behind them. You saw that in the last game in Buffalo, where you saw a bunch, the first play of the game, you see the linebackers biting up, not getting back, and they're throwing the tight ends behind them. And so much of what's happening, they've struggled with the safeties getting to some of those spots too, but that builds on itself. Yeah. You see offensive coordinators come in here and they have these game plans that are designed to focus on your linebackers. Until you prove you can stop it, until you prove you can do it right, they're going to come in and they have spent so much more time making it even harder on you. So Mark Andrews, right? Isaiah Likely, we saw that on Thanksgiving, are going to have their moments, are going to have their days. It's the biggest thing that this has really hurt this defense amongst many things, is just inability to track those guys, to stop when the play action comes, be able to read and not get confused by what's happening behind the snap.
Okay, always great, Paul Dana. Appreciate
Pleasure, Box.
you. Thank you so much. That's Paul Dana Jr. from The Athletic. It's AFC North football. It's the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals for the second time, this time at Paycor Stadium. Dan Hort and Dave Lapham have the call up next on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network.
No matter what time of year it is or what kind of event you've planned, from a college education to home improvements to a great vacation, a WesBanco home equity line of credit is the best possible answer for financing. It allows you to use the equity in your home to finance just about anything while providing you, in most cases, a tax deduction on the interest you pay, all at a competitive interest rate and with flexible repayment terms. So call your nearest WesBanco office for more details about a home equity line of credit. WesBanco Bank Incorporated is a member FDIC, equal housing lender. Consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
Keeping up with maintaining your well or filling your cistern can be costly, and no one likes the taste of sulfur water. That's why the Northwestern Water and Sewer District supports our rural communities by offering safe, clean, affordable water at our watershed locations. Watershed water goes through a 9-step water purification process and tastes great. Bring a 1 or 5 gallon container and fill up for just a quarter a gallon. Try our watershed water today.
Since 1873, Seneca Millwork has been crafting premium hardwood products with signature workmanship and quality you can trust. Proudly made in Fostoria, Ohio, Seneca Millwork's durable hardwood, transitions, and stair components blend craftsmanship and technology for the perfect finishing touch. Whether you need standard hardwood moldings or custom solutions, Seneca Millwork delivers excellence in every detail. Visit SenecaMillwork.com today. Craftsmanship that stand the test of time.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedelec.com.
This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Burrow ready, catches the shotgun snap. He's in trouble, throws off his back foot. Higgins makes the catch. Touchdown! Bengals!
Bengals football is brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Fifth Third Bank. Score big with Bengals banking. Visit 53.com to join the roster and earn exclusive perks.
The Cincinnati Bengals are brought to you locally on Mix 96.7 WBVI by Northwestern Water and Sewer District, Big Bear Muffler, Schaefer's Lubricants, and by Northwest Ohio Orthopedics.
This is the Bengals Radio Network.
In 26 seasons of football here at Paycor Stadium, it has never been colder than it is today. The temperature is 8 degrees. The wind chill is -2. We'll see if Joe Burrow lives up to the nickname as the Bengals look to sweep the Baltimore Ravens. And it is time for the pigskin to fly here in downtown Cincinnati. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Dan Horde alongside Ring of Honor inductee Dave Lapham. It is great to have you with us for our coverage of Cincinnati Bengals football. And let's get to Lap's keys to the game.
First off, Dan, thanks for the kind mention of Ring of Honor inductee. That means the world to my family, and I appreciate you very much. The big key today in this football game is ball security. Who's going to hold on to the football? Who's going to utilize all their possessions, make good on all of their possessions? Don't give any away. Don't turn the football over. Make sure that you've got every single one of those possessions that you're going to be able to take advantage of in terms of points on the board. And when you do put points on the board, make sure it's 7 and not 3. I think that's another key to the football game. Making sure that when you get in the red zone, low red zone, you finish. You put touchdowns on the board. You don't settle for field goals. That 4-point differential can add up quickly in a football game like this one, an AFC North division rivalry. So I think those are two big keys to this football game and going to have a big factor in deciding the outcome.
Well, a lot of folks who purchased tickets today elected not to use them for obvious reasons under these frigid conditions. We appreciate the Bengals fans who did make it out. They are wearing heavy parkas, winter hats, gloves. We can see their breath directly in front of us. So the Bengals certainly appreciate them coming out to try to root on the team to victory over an AFC North rival and to keep the Bengals' playoff hopes alive. In terms of a percentage, their chance of winning the AFC North is obviously not great, but it's not zero. Right. As Zach Taylor pointed out this week, if the Bengals can win their last 4 games, Baltimore would have to lose 2. And, of course, if the Bengals win their last 4, Baltimore would automatically have 1 loss today. And Pittsburgh would have to lose 3, and the Steelers still have some tough games, including a Monday night game tomorrow night against Miami.
And Dan, the biggest factor that the Bengals can get in to their advantage in terms of this playoff hunt is 5-1 in the division. You know, if they win out, they win 5 division games. That's big. I mean, that's the number 1 tiebreaker. So somehow, if they can get themselves in the playoff derby, if they can be in the factor, a factor in deciding who's going to be amongst the seeds when they do start to decide the playoff seedings, who's going to be playing where and all that sort of thing, can the Bengals work their way in? And going 5-1 in the division is a big, big plus. Every team in the AFC North would like to have it.
It is bitterly cold, but the sun is shining here in Cincinnati. No clouds overhead. No more snow expected during the game today as the Bengals look to beat Baltimore for the second time in 3 weeks. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the coin toss and the start of today's game in just a moment here on the Bengals Radio Network.
5 divided by 3 is 166.7%. So Fifth Third Bank makes banking a Fifth Third better by protecting you and your money with Smart Shield. Like the Bengals defense protects their end zone. We blitz hackers with threat blocking. We run audibles with alerts. And we've always got a free safety roaming around with 24/7 monitoring. So when you want a great defense, you want Fifth Third. This is banking a Fifth Third better. Visit 53.com/SmartShield for more information, including product restrictions and details. Deposit and credit products provided by Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Mac is back at Skyline Chili. Come try their new delicious mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta and white cheddar cheese, and topped with a mound of their freshly shredded Wisconsin cheddar. Get the mac and cheese 3-way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili. Either way, it's the ultimate comfort food. But don't wait. Skyline's mac and cheese 3-way is only here for a limited time at participating Skyline locations.
Bengal fans, Bengals Luxury Suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today. When Amazon teamed up with the Cincinnati Bengals, local kids got an unforgettable experience. In November, Boys and Girls Club members received VIP access to watch their favorite Bengals practice. Amazon and the Cincinnati Bengals, working together to inspire the next generation of dreamers.
The most famous win in Bengals history was the 1981 AFC Championship game, better known as the Freezer Bowl. My broadcast partner Dave Lapham started at left guard in that game when the wind chill was -59, and Lapp convinced his fellow offensive linemen to go sleeveless. They psyched out the San Diego Chargers, back then still in San Diego. Well, one of the coin toss captains today is center Ted Karras. He's sleeveless. Defensive lineman B.J. Hill is sleeveless. Yeah. I see 2 other starting offensive linemen, Dylan Fairchild and Dalton Reisner, sleeveless.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The spirit of Dave Lapham is running around the Bengals locker room today. Let's listen in to today's coin toss. Well, we are not hearing our referee, Brad Allen, but Cincinnati won the toss. Kyle Hamilton incorrectly called it for Baltimore.
And the Bengals they deferred. So that's Baltimore will get the ball to start the game, and the Bengals defense going to have to rise up. 3 and out would be nice. Turnover would be even better, but see if they can get the ball to their offense, the Bengals defensively pronto. Opening kickoff today, as always, presented by Altifiber.
So last week in Buffalo, the Bengals won the toss and took the ball.
Right.
With the desire to jump out to an early lead, but they changed that strategy today. They want to double dip the end of the second quarter and the start of the third. Our ruler of the jungle is up on the stage, staff in hand, leading the Bengals in the Who Dey chant. A quarterback who had a short but great run in Cincinnati when he was shaking and blaking. Jeff Blake, who threw the prettiest deep ball of any quarterback this franchise has ever had. And Bengals have obviously had some tremendous quarterbacks, but nobody floated the high rainbow 50 or 60 yards downfield quite like Jeff Blake.
You're right, Dan. I mean, the high rainbow is a great description. I mean, it was like a big parabola how he threw that football. I mean, he got unbelievable height. I mean, it was ridiculous how high he would throw the football. And receivers told me that, making adjustments to that football took a little bit. It took some reps, took some practice time with Jeff Blake, but once they got it down, they felt like it was a huge advantage because the defensive backs, even if they did get their head turned in plenty of time, it was hard for them to locate that ball.
Evan McPherson getting ready to kick it off from the 35-yard line. Rasheen Ali and LaJonte Wester back at the goal line to return for the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore at 6-7, a game under 500, a game behind the first-place Steelers in the AFC North. They lost to Pittsburgh in Baltimore last week. Cincinnati, of course, 4-9. So the Bengals will not extend their streak of winning records in the regular season this year. The best they can do is 8-9, but that might be enough to win the AFC North in a weird year. Here comes the kick. Thwack, we're underway. Ali moves under it, catches at the 3, and charges toward the middle of the field. He's at the 15, 20. Hole opens up at the 25, runs to the 30, and then gets pulled down from behind at the 35 by Joe Giles Harris, who's been good in kick coverage over the last few weeks. He had several kick coverage tackles last week against Buffalo.
Bengals defense takes the field, Dan. They were sprinting on the football field and high-fiving the kickoff coverage team as they came off the football field, showing a lot of energy, emotion, enthusiasm. Let's see if it translates here in this first series.
Lamar Jackson making his 13th start against Cincinnati. His record 10-2, but he lost by 18 points 2 games ago. Derrick Henry is the running back. Zay Flowers goes in motion. It's a straightaway run for the King, Derrick Henry, and he's pulled down at the 38-yard line. And the guy that made the tackle is pounding the turf with his left hand. That's B.J. Hill, who tackled Derrick Henry and hurt himself on the play.
Yeah, he's slow to get up. He's on a 6-point stance right now, 7-point with the helmet on the turf. You don't want to be in that situation, and hopefully he just rolled an ankle or something like that, and it's nothing with the knee or any other joint.
So the training staff has come out to take a look at B.J. Hill. The run went for a 4-yard gain for Derrick Henry, and while they check out B.J. Hill, we'll take a timeout. We played 22 seconds. The game obviously scoreless. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Financial Design Insurance Agency in New Regal if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Looking for a medical team that truly listens? Check. Same day or next day appointments? Check. Takes all insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid? Check. Dr. Rudolph Vila provides all this and more. Dr. Vila and his team include Dale Hager. CNP and J. Vila are now accepting new patients in family medicines, from annual checkups to treating chronic conditions. Dr. Vila and his team provide compassionate, personalized care for every member of your family, kids, adults, and seniors. Call 419-448-0220 to schedule today. Serving Findlay, Tiffin, Fremont, and surrounding areas. Located at 3101 West US Route 224.
I despise that saying.
What saying?
It's the thought that counts.
Well, that's weird. Why?
Because the thought should be reflected in the gift.
Nobody ever says, it's the thought that counts, when it's a great gift.
Exactly. Smaller gifts can still be great when they're thoughtful.
That's kind of our specialty.
Yep. Joy of Living has lots of thoughtful gifts that are perfect for anyone passionate about wine, coffee, chocolate, gourmet cooking.
Or gifts that, well, you're grouchy.
And we got bigger gifts, too.
Sure, but nobody worries about an outdoor TV or Bluetooth speaker being thoughtful.
But they can be.
They should be.
Every gift's better when it comes with a story.
So what are you getting me for Christmas? Something thoughtful or...
Just my love.
Ralph!
As expressed through an amazing and thoughtful gift.
Now you're talking. Can you give me a hint?
Patience is a virtue.
Well, you have to wait and see what I got you.
It's the Joy of Living way.
So stop in and get the most thoughtful
and great
gifts in town.
You'll be glad you did.
Over by somebody in kind of the scrum in the middle of the field, and his entire body weight landed on the back of B.J. Hill's foot. So that's 300 pounds crashing down hard on the back of your foot or ankle. And hopefully, after the pain wears off, B.J. Hill will be able to continue.
You're right, Dan, and it is painful. Haven't played. It happened to me in the offensive line in the pits. And when it does happen, not a pleasant experience.
PJ standing in front of a heater right now, holding up his feet, alternating left to right, right to left, in front of that heater. Here's another handoff to Derrick Henry. He'll run for 5, running off the left side behind the left tackle. He makes it up to the 43. Demetrius Knight with the stop. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
First 2 plays of the game, 2 runs by Derrick Henry. Kind of clear as to what the Baltimore Ravens are going to do, how they're going to attack the Cincinnati Bengals defensive football team in this cold weather. Not a whole lot of wind. It wouldn't affect the passing game, but they want to pound the football with the big running back.
McKinley Jackson checks in. The Bengals have 5 defensive linemen on the field. The Ravens give it to Henry, and he'll run for the first down as he makes it to the 46. Cincinnati got good penetration up front, but Henry was able to find a crease and knife forward for the first down.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job of that on every snap that they've taken. That it's instead of 2-gapping and hitting the Baltimore Ravens right in the middle of their chest and controlling the gap on either side of that football player, they're penetrating. They're 1-gapping, hitting that gap and penetrating big time.
The extra defensive lineman is out. Slot corner Jalen Davis checks in. 1st and 10 Ravens. After 3 straight runs, produce a first down. Lamar Jackson to throw. His pass caught by the tight end Likely for a short gain. Stopped immediately at the 49, just a 3-yard pickup. And that was Mark Andrews, 89, making the catch for Baltimore.
I like him, Dan. I think he's a hell of a tight end. He might be my favorite tight end in all of football. I think he's very, very skilled. He's a huge weapon. I mean, this guy runs tremendous routes. He's got very soft hands, catches the football easily and fluidly, and puts it away with the best of them.
That was his 72nd career catch against Cincinnati.
Jeez.
He has been a thorn in the Bengals' side in his career. Here's a toss sweep to the right. Henry forced to cut back to the middle, and he'll gain nothing. Nice job by Dax Hill to force Derrick Henry to redirect, and Miles Murphy made the stop.
Absolutely. Dax Hill is the guy that made the play. I mean, Al Golden decided to be aggressive and blitz him, bring him off the edge, and bring him off the edge heavy. Miles Murphy at the defensive end position is up in a 2-point stance, but it did a nice job of getting things turned back inside to Miles Murphy, and he finalized.
3rd down and 7. Baltimore at its own 49, first drive of the game. Lamar with a deep drop, looking to throw.
Finish.
Begins scrambling and gets brought down near the line of scrimmage. Miles Murphy with the tackle. There's a loss on the play, so that'll be a sack, and the Bengals will force Baltimore to punt.
That's great. I mean, that's a nice first drive. The Bengals get the win the coin toss and defer. Baltimore takes possession of the football offensively for the first series of the game, and the Bengals defense stands tall and makes them punt it away.
Jordan Stout in to punt. Charlie Jones back at the 10. Stout 2nd in the NFL in punting average, behind Cincinnati's Ryan Rico. They're both averaging more than 50 yards per punt.
Wow.
Stout blowing on his hands as he waits for the long snap. He's standing in his own 32. Catches a knee-high snap. Nose of the ball down. Boots a line drive. Charlie Jones gets out of the way. Lands at the 1. Takes a big high hop and goes into the end zone for a touchback. So it's a 53-yard punt, but only 33 net. Cincinnati will have it at the 20 when we come back. 11:15 remaining, first quarter. Cincinnati and Baltimore scoreless on the Bengals Radio Network.
It's back, the holiday coupon book at Reineke Family Dealerships. 3 works packages for only $199.95. That's a savings of more than $130. Includes oil and filter change, tire rotation, vehicle inspection, and more. And it's the perfect stocking stuffer. Buy online at shopreineke.com or in store at any Reineke dealership location. Think Reineke this holiday season. Get your key from Reineke, ReinekeFamilyDealerships.com.
Winter, that means snow, ice, and treacherous traveling. Make sure you have a dependable ride. Deals are happening daily at Warner Economy Corner, at the corner of Blanchard and Blanchard. Talk to Jeff at Warner Economy Corner and he will set you up with a quality used vehicle at a great deal. Dependability, smiles, deals, and great customer service are waiting for you at Warner Economy Corner. Deals on Wheels happen every day, Monday through Friday. Open on Saturday by appointment only.
They're big, they're sticky, and they're packed with toasted pecans, melted caramel, and cinnamon sugar goodness. It's the Jumbo Pecan Sticky Bun, only at Rock Creek Bakery. Handcrafted fresh every day by pastry chef Lynn Light, using real ingredients and old-fashioned techniques. Come get your hands on this ooey gooey masterpiece. Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4, Friday, 11 to 2, and Wednesdays until 10. Rock Creek Bakery. It's part of the Parkhurst Dining on the campus of Heidelberg University. Rock Creek Bakery, baked from scratch, served with love.
Available individually or as a group of 4, featuring 3 Boone County small batch bourbon varieties and fan favorite bourbon cream. Crafted on the bourbon trail, destined for the jungle, this bourbon is for the fans. Ask for our limited edition Bingles bottle set at your favorite spirits retailer throughout Bingles country.
The Bengals are looking to get an edge against this division rival matchup today against the Baltimore Ravens. You can get an edge with Bengals banking. Visit 53.com/Bengals to learn more about our Fifth Third Better perks for Bengals fans just like you.
9 degrees at the moment here in downtown Cincinnati. The wind chill right around 0. The Bengals get the ball for the first time at their own 20. We are scoreless about 4 minutes into the game. The coldest game that Joe Burrow has ever played in prior to this, Christmas Eve in New England several years ago. It was 17 degrees in Foxborough that day with a wind chill of 4. Joe completed 40 passes. That's the most he's ever completed in a game. He did it with a wind chill of 4 degrees.
Man, that's unbelievable. I mean, you talk about a guy that can block out difficult weather conditions to get it done. Joe Burrow's the man.
He is not wearing gloves. The Bengals have 2 running backs on the field for the first snap of the game. Tinsley goes in motion. The Bengals run it right up the middle. Chase Brown met by rookie linebacker Teddy Buchanan and tackled after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, the Ravens did a nice job there. Everybody had their gap control responsibility. They took everything away, and easy play for the defense to make. It wasn't a very sophisticated run schematic.
Burrow's not wearing gloves, as I mentioned. He does have a hands warmer on the front of his uniform. The Bengals go with an empty backfield on 2nd down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. Karras ready to snap it back.
Burrow. Search campaign struggling to drive real growth? Viant helps you reach more of your audience right where they're watching. Streaming TV. Get started today at Viant.
And Chase Brown just said, hey, I can't let you hit my quarterback blindside like that. So I'm
trying to take away every single quadrant of the football field for Joe Burrow, but Mike Gesicki finds an opening in the zone between the linebacker and safety, and Joe Burrow puts it on the money.
So Joe's first pass of the day goes for an 11-yard gain. Gesicki goes in motion. He'll line up in the slot out to the left. Jamar Chase out wide to the right. Burrow drops back to throw. Chase Brown will get called for holding, trying to pick up a blitz. Burrow throws a pass that's caught. Yossi Vosh with a catch for about an 8-yard gain, but it's coming back.
Coming back for sure.
Holding. Offense number 30. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Chase Brown decides, I don't want my quarterback to get hit. I don't want my quarterback to get thumped by Humphrey, who's a Pro Bowl safety, and he came off that edge pretty strong. Chase Brown blocks him illegally, though.
Well, I don't know what these weather conditions, what kind of effect they might have on helmet communication, but Joe Burrow just came to the sideline and changed helmets. He was having trouble hearing his head coach, Zach Taylor, calling the play. So he's got a new helmet on. Hopefully it's got a warm lining. 1st and 20 after that penalty on Chase Brown. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Drops straight back. Throws toward the left sideline. He's got Chase wide open. He makes the catch. Spins toward the Ravens sideline and gets close to the first down marker. He'll be a little bit short, but it looks like a gain of about 18 on 1st and 20. Cornerback Nate Wiggins making the stop.
1st and 20 defensively, you think, we got him now. I mean, we got him right where we want him. Yeah, not with Joe Burrow at quarterback. Calmly gets out of the pocket, rolls to his left a little bit, throws back across his body, and throws a strike for 18 of the 20 necessary yards to Jamar Chase.
Jamar had 110 receiving yards against Baltimore in the first meeting this year and averages 119 per game in his career. Here comes an edge pressure, and Cincinnati beats it by handing it off to Samaje Perine. He ran inside of Kyle Hamilton, who is coming from the edge, and he thunders out to the 48-yard line for a first down. Roquan Smith making the tackle, a gain of 8 for Samaje.
Yeah, Samaje Perine, man, that was just downhill, sheer power. This guy's a big body back with a nice forward lean. And in weather like this, it's hard, man. He's going to inflict some pain on defensive players. He's going to deliver a big blow.
He's out. Chase Brown is in. 2 first downs so far on the drive. The Bengals have it 1st and 10 at their own 48. No score here in the first quarter. Brown motions from the quarterback's right to his left. Burrow gives it to Chase Brown, running right, and he makes it to the 50, and that's it. A 2-yard pickup. Roquan Smith, who's gone to the Pro Bowl each of the last 3 years, making his 2nd consecutive tackle.
Chase Brown and Samaje Perine, Dan, both are complete backs, what you call a complete back, because they can run the football, they can run with speed, they can run with power, they can make people miss. They catch the football well, soft hands, put it away, don't spit it up, and they run tremendous routes. I mean, that's a complete back.
2nd and 8 from the 50, 7:40 left in a scoreless first quarter. Yossi motions out to the left. He's on that side with Jamar Chase. Burrow with smoke coming out of his face mask. Throws, caught over the middle by Gesicki. Gesicki trying to get to the first down marker. There's a penalty flag down. He's tackled a little bit short, about 1 yard short.
Yeah, and I think the penalty flags, it's on the other side of the field, and I think it's going to go against Gilman. It looks like he was holding Yossi over there and not allowing him to freely run his route.
I think you are correct, and that'll be an automatic first down for Cincinnati.
They'll move it 5 yards and first.
Prior to the pass, illegal use of the hands to the face. Defense, number 14. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
He got the hands up in the grill, got the hands in the smush, and moved the chains, and Bengals have a fresh set of downs again.
So Kyle Hamilton penalized there, the most versatile defensive player in the NFL. He's lined up in 7 different positions for Baltimore on defense this year, everything from safety to defensive end.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 44 of Baltimore now as the Bengals have crossed the 50. This drive started back at their own 20 out of a pistol formation. Burrow gives it to Perine. Nice hole left side. Orlando Brown Jr. leading the way, and it's a gain of about 5 for Perine. Big John Jenkins, all 360 pounds of him, making the tackle for Baltimore.
Yeah, nothing fancy there, just a dive, to the left side of the formation. The Bengals offensive line not pulling, not trapping, not blocking down. Just come off the football. Just establish your dominance at the line of scrimmage and let the chips fall as they may.
2nd down and 5 at the Baltimore 39. Burrow appears to be changing the play. He was in a pistol. Now he moves under center. Jamar Chase goes in motion behind him. Burrow hands it off. Perine started left, cuts it back toward the middle. Samaje's tackled at the 36. He's about 2 yards short. Jenkins with the stop. 3rd and about 1.5 yards coming up.
Yeah, that again, just showing that they have captured the line of scrimmage in the minds of the coaches. I mean, they feel good about calling just nothing sophisticated, just simple dives, simple runs right into the middle of the line of scrimmage. Let the offensive line do some area blocking and move the pile.
We'll call it 3rd down and 2. Drew Sample in the backfield. Burrow has 2 receivers out to the left, including Perine. Chase is also out to the left. Now Samaje will motion into the backfield. Burrow gives it to him. Perine runs for the first down. He looked like a bucking bronco. His head was bobbing up and down as he took it to the 31 of the Ravens. Safety Alohi Gilman with a tackle.
Good description there, Dan. He really did. I mean, he wanted every inch of that run. And the Bengals are moving the chains. They're already in field goal range for their great kicker, Evan McPherson. They got in field goal range a little bit ago, but right now they're thinking touchdown. They want to put the ball in the end zone, just like we talked about as one of the keys to the game. Make sure you score 7, not just 3.
4 carries, 21 yards for Samaje Perine. 1st and 10 at the 31 of Baltimore. Burrow was under center. Now he backs up into the gun. Chase Brown to his left. Burrow back to throw. The protection is good. Short throw over the middle. Caught by Chase Brown. Spun around by 2 defenders. Tackled at the 25 by Teddy Buchanan.
I'll tell you what, Joe Burrow has such a pretty throwing motion. I mean, that one, he was so high with his the way he threw that football. His release point was way up there, man. It was as high as you can reach, really. And he dropped that dime right there to Brown, and it gives him an opportunity to pick up significant yards. I mean, you get yourself 6 or 7 yards, 6 yards in this case on first down. That dog will hunt.
Joe's completed his first 3 passes for a total of 35 yards. Bengals have it 2nd down and 4 at the 25 of Baltimore. No score, 4:15 left in the first quarter. Burrow drops back, quick pass. The slant is dropped by Jamar Chase. He had about 3 yards of separation from the nearest defender. There was going to be yards after catch if he held on there, but under these frigid conditions, Jamar did not make the catch.
You're right, Dan. He had some opportunity there and took his eyes off it. Just at the last second, he kind of took a peek up the football field to see, okay, should I spin inside? Should I spin outside? Where's the cornerback? What kind of coverage? What kind of leverage is he presenting to me here? And as he took his eyes off the football, then when that happens, the pig you're vulnerable. You're going to drop the pig.
3rd down and 4 at the Baltimore 25. Jamar going in motion, and the Bengals are going to call a timeout. Play clock was at 1.
Yep.
So, in order to avoid the 5-yard penalty, they called the timeout. They'll discuss what they want to do on 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, you don't want to give 5 yards back. I mean, you got Baltimore Ravens defense on their heels a little bit. You don't want to take the momentum away from yourself by sustaining or suffering a penalty right there and put yourself in a little bit different down and distance situation, 3rd and long instead of 3rd and makeable.
It's already been a 10-play drive. It's taken 7 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock. Last week at Buffalo, the Bengals took the ball to begin the game and ate more than half of the first quarter off the clock when they started the game with a 14-play touchdown drive to jump out to a 7-0 lead.
And they're kind of saying, hey, let's do it again. Let's repeat that performance. Let's repeat that drive. Let's start this game just like we started last week.
Samaje Perine will be the running back. 3rd down and 4 at the 25. The Bengals have 3 receivers out to the right, including 2 tight ends. Now Chase goes in motion to the left. Burrow looking left, pump fakes, gets away from a hit. Penalty flag down. Burrow running. He will be tackled short of the 1st down. He's brought down after a 1-yard scramble, and the penalty flag was in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, that would probably be a holding call against the Bengals, you would think, unless somebody got their hands to the face of Bengals offensive lineman again. The Ravens are known for doing that. They want to use their hands big time in pass rush. I think it might be going against Baltimore.
There are fouls by both teams on the play.
Offset.
Illegal motion. Offense number 1. Holding. Defense number 4. The penalty's offset. Replay the down.
And John Harbaugh's like, what? What? Offset? What do we do? Who's the call on? He's asking the official. Who'd you call that one on?
So the Bengals get another shot to convert on 3rd down and 4 at the Baltimore 25. Clock running, 4 minutes to go. First quarter, Cincinnati looking to score first. The Bengals go with an empty backfield. 2 receivers left, 3 right. Now Perine motions toward the backfield, but sets up next to the left tackle, Orlando Brown Jr. Burrow waiting for a shotgun snap on 3rd down and 4. Joe standing at the 30. Catches a chest-high snap, drops back, under pressure, going backward, and sacked for a mammoth loss. Back to the 42-yard line.
Man, that was just Robinson was the beneficiary of a brain cramp, a blown pass protection assignment. I mean, he was inside. He was not the outside rusher that you let go free. They slid and let him come scot-free to Joe Burrow. And Joe tried to make something out of nothing and probably lost 5 or 6 more yards than he should have.
Tavius Robinson, just promoted from the practice squad for this game, takes at least 3 points off the board. The Bengals are no longer in field goal range. Rico into punt. LeJontay Wester waiting at the 8. Nose of the ball down. This one floated high and short, and it is fair caught at the 15-yard line. So a 25-yard punt. Rico does avoid a touchback, and the Ravens will have a long field when they come back with the ball. We've got a timeout with 2:55 left in the first quarter. No score, Cincinnati and Baltimore on the Bengals Radio Network.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your manager should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
MVG's giving away a Ford F-150 on December 27th. You could drive into 2026 in a new truck or grab $35,000 in cash. Get a free entry each day you card in. Plus, you can earn more. December 27th, one winner picks the truck or $35,000.
Must be 21. Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-589-9966, or visit org.ohio.gov. Ready to take a break? Visit timeoutohio.com.
Mac is back at Skyline Chili. Come try their new delicious mac and cheese three-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta and white cheddar cheese, and topped with a mound of their freshly shredded Wisconsin cheddar. Get the mac and cheese three-way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili. Either way, it's the ultimate comfort food. But don't wait. Skyline's mac and cheese three-way is only here for a limited time at participating Skyline locations.
If you have a Bengals fan on your Christmas list, it is the holiday shopping season, and you can find the perfect gift at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience on the North Plaza level of Paycor Stadium, or you can shop online anytime at shop.bengals.com. And there are a million weather apps out there, various weather websites. The details are always just a tiny bit different, a degree here, a degree there. You get the point. The official weather conditions, this is what will go into the NFL record books. At the start of the game today, 10 degrees, wind chill -1, steady wind 7 miles an hour, gusts up to 18. So a little bit windier than we thought. The Ravens have it at their own 15-yard line. They snap it to Lamar Jackson. He hands it off to Derrick Henry, and he's brought down after a 3-yard run by Joseph Osai.
Well, again, the Baltimore Ravens are saying, we are going to run the football. We're sending a message. We are going to be physical. We're going to try to be the most physical football team in today's football game. Get yourself ready. Buckle up that chin strap. You have a double chin strap. Make sure both are securely fastened.
Derrick Henry has already rushed for more than 1,000 yards this season, the 7th 1,000-yard rushing season of his career. That is number one among active players. The Ravens line up in an I formation. It's a fake to the left. Jackson runs to the right and gets sacked at the 10-yard line by Dylan Fairchild. I'm sorry, by Demetrius Knight.
Right.
For some reason, those two rookies, I get them crossed up in my brain, but Demetrius Knight gets the sack. He intercepted Lamar Jackson in the first meeting, and the tackle was made at the 9-yard line for a big loss.
And I'll tell you, this is the easiest sack he's going to have. I mean, he's not touched. Nobody lays a fingernail on him. And he does a great job of containing Lamar Jackson. Watching Lamar Jackson there, he is physically compromised. He's got some kind of problem. He showed no resistance whatsoever trying to get away.
Cover the tight end.
Yeah, really.
On 3rd down and 16 from the 8.
Please.
Shotgun snap. Lamar from the goal line. Screens it left. Ali running and tackled by Demetrius Knight. Makes his 2nd tackle in a row, and he brought down Ali after a gain of 3.
And now he's all geeked up. He's jacked, to say the least. Showing a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, a lot of excitement after that play, during that play. And after that football play, the defense is off the football field. Another 3 and out. Nice job.
So Stout will be punting from the end zone. The Bengals should get a good drive start here. Charlie Jones blowing on his hands back at the Cincinnati 40. Stout standing about 4 yards deep in the end zone as he waits for the long snap from Nick Moore. Snap is knee high. Here comes the punt. Not great hang time. Charlie Jones moving forward. Catches at his own 45. Running toward the near sideline and chased down for a loss of 1 at the 44. A 44-yard punt. -1 on the return, but still good field position for Cincinnati around the 43 or 44-yard line. We have a timeout with 40 seconds left in the first quarter. The Bengals and Ravens are scoreless on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
Need to tackle your next big project? Choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And with our one-stop rental shop, you get top-notch equipment without the long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or major build, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit ohiocat.com to explore equipment options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, the official equipment partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are available for all home games this season.
Be part of one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports. There is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium.
Avoid those high fees on the secondary market. Go to Bengals.com /tickets and grab your seats before they're gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
Dang, did I just miss a big play?
Big play? Nah, I just had the perfect bite of a super pretzel.
Perfect bite?
Yeah, you know, the one where the salt collects in the knot and the tangy mustard cools off the warm, soft goodness? No, wait. No, that was the perfect bite.
Where'd you get that?
The super pretzel? Yeah, I picked up a box at my grocer's freezer. Yeah, I like to bring that big game flavor with me everywhere.
I'm thinking about grabbing one.
I'm still thinking about that bite. Super pretzels, soft pretzels.
Cincinnati's ball at the 43, 40 seconds left in the first quarter, no score. On the punt return by Charlie Jones, one of the Ravens starting linebackers, rookie Teddy Buchanan, was running down the field in punt coverage. Charlie juked him, and when he tried to stay with the Bengals punt returner, he went down with a non-contact injury. He had to be helped to the sideline, so Teddy Buchanan's going to be out. We'll see how long it turns out to be, but again, he has been starting at linebacker since week 2 for Baltimore.
In the painted logo, he tripped over his own feet. I mean, he caused the injury to himself.
So the Bengals have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Burrow in the gun, Chase Brown to his right. Tightly clustered formation for Cincinnati. It's a straight ahead run. Chase Brown wiggles out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage as he escaped Gilman. Managed to turn nothing into something as he ran for a gain of about 3 yards.
The Bengals are running a lot of tight formations. I mean, they're not really trying to spread the Baltimore Ravens out necessarily. They're trying to muscle the Baltimore Ravens, and the Ravens are standing firm.
3 yards on that run. We're down to 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bengals have it 2nd down and 7 at their own 46. Yossi Vosh motions, moves closer to Orlando Brown Jr. at left tackle. Burrow extends the hands. The Bengals are not snapping it. They don't have to.
Nope.
And the clock hits 0. So at the end of the first quarter, no score between Cincinnati and Baltimore. And yes, this is the Bengals Radio Network.
A Fifth Third better means we always put in 166.7% more effort.
Stats, huh? 2 can play that game. In 2022, the Bengals broke their attendance record with over 67,000 fans.
Fifth Third gives you no hidden fees and free checking.
The Bengals won the game with the coldest wind chill ever, negative 59 degrees.
Fifth Third makes banking easy from the moment you sign up.
The Bengals are easy to cheer for.
Hooray! This is banking a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. Visit 53.com/momentum for more information, including product restrictions and details.
Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are available for all home games this season.
Be part of one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports. There is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium.
Avoid those high fees on the secondary market. Go to Bengals.com/tickets and grab your seats before they're gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
It's the season for connecting to our community, our traditions, and each other. That's why Alta Fiber is here giving you peace of mind with internet you can count on, service you deserve, and performance you can trust. Alta Fiber is your hometown provider for high-speed fiber internet, TV, and home phone services. This holiday season, switch to Alta Fiber and get up to a $300 gift card. Internet plans start at just $40 a month. Visit altafiber.com today, because when you have the best connections, a brighter world is possible.
Ohio. The International Union of Operating Engineers Local 18 provides workers with the skills contractors need to ensure quality, efficiency, and safety on their work sites, while contractors create vital job opportunities for Local 18 members. That's why Local 18 works hand in hand with Ohio's contractors to ensure employers and workers can prosper together. In fact, Local 18 and Ohio's large contractor organizations often collaborate because there is more that unites us than divides us. We're union strong. Visit us at oe18.org and go Bengals.
We are ready for the start of the second quarter on a cold day here in Cincinnati. The game time temperature 10 degrees, the wind chill -1. In between the first and second quarters, the injured linebacker for Baltimore, Teddy Buchanan, was taken on a cart to the locker room, so he's going to be out certainly for a while, probably for the rest of the day.
Right.
And that is a blow to a Baltimore defense that's had stretches of good play this year, but by and large has not been nearly as good as you would have expected going into the season.
Right, and they obviously did not want to lose a guy the caliber of Buchanan today in this football game as early as they did. I mean, he got 1 quarter of action in, and that's it.
Bengals have it, 2nd down and 7 at their own 46. Second drive of the day for Cincinnati. The Bengals drove to the 25 the first time they had the ball. Got taken out of field goal range by a 15-yard sack. Burrow waits for a shotgun snap, catches from Karras, looks to throw, now takes off and runs. He's at the 50, goes into a slide. They'll only credit him to the 49. That's where the slide began, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 as Roquan Smith will get credit for the tackle.
Good call, Dan. It's where he first gives himself up. That's where they mark the football. They don't allow you to slide 2 or 3 yards and get those yards added on. It almost looked like a quarterback draw. I mean, almost as soon as Joe Burrow set his back foot after receiving the shotgun snap, when he set that back foot, he took off.
Big play here, 3rd down and 4. Pirine in at running back. He usually checks in 3rd down situations. He lines up to the right of Burrow. It's a 2-by-2 formation. Joe catches, 5-man rush for the Ravens. Burrow well protected. He throws, Chase with the catch, but short of the 1st down. He got to the 49 of Baltimore, making it 4th and 2. Gilman got there first for the Ravens. We'll see if the Bengals go for it. Just past the 50 on 4th down and 2.
They are. Drew Samples checking into the football game. Mike Gesicki checks out at this juncture, and looks like they're gonna go for it on 4th down and see if they can sustain this drive.
Clock running, 13:45 left in the first half. No score, 4th and 2 at the Baltimore 49. Burrow in the gun, Sample in the backfield. 2 receivers out to each side of the formation. Now Pirine motions into the backfield.
Got him.
Did Van Noy flinch first?
Yes, Van Noy got in the neutral zone, and then the big boy reaches out to touch
Baltimore.
Yep. Once you get in that neutral zone, you got to get back out, and he didn't. He's
neutral zone infraction. Defense number 53. 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
And you're trained, if you're trying to draw the team offside, if somebody moves into the neutral zone, touch them right away.
Absolutely.
And that's what Mims did, right?
That's exactly what Amarius Mims did. Van Noy, hard count, Joe Burrow. He's one of the best at it. Voice inflection, boom. He's got Van Noy. He takes the bait. And Amarius Mims reaches out and touches it.
So 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 44 after that 5-yard penalty. Joe Burrow is under center, takes the snap, turns left, hands it off. Chase Brown with momentum up the middle of the field, and he's very close to the 1st down. It looks like he has it. A 10-yard run down to the 34. Gilman with the stop for Baltimore.
And like you said, Dan, right up the middle of the field. I mean, that was literally right over the center for the Cincinnati Bengals, who does such an unbelievable job at it. And they had a 3-man area blocking. Center, both guards. They did a phenomenal job of coming off the football and reestablishing the line of scrimmage. Karras at the head of that.
4th carry of the day for Chase Brown. The first 3 went for 1, 3, and 3, so that's his first big pickup today. He stays in on 1st and 10 at the 34 of Baltimore. Tinsley goes in motion. The Bengals hand it off to Chase Brown again. Tries to cut it wide to the left. And again, there wasn't much there, but he turns it into a decent gain. Makes it to the 29. Nate Wiggins with a stop. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup for Chase Brown.
You're right, Dan. There wasn't much there to start the playoff. But what the offensive line did well was not let the defensive players disengage. They locked him up. I mean, they got their hands on him, in the framework of the body and just locked them up, and they couldn't get away. They couldn't get off.
Second straight drive that's moved inside the 30 of Baltimore. The Bengals did not score on the first because of a sack on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Burrow. He drops back 3 steps. He's going to fire it deep for Jamar Chase. Incomplete at the goal line. No penalty flag thrown. Nate Wiggins in coverage, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Cincinnati.
And Joe Burrow locked on Jamar Chase from Jump Street. He was going to get the ball deep. And the Baltimore Ravens understand that you got to help over the top, and they had a safety over the top right there to try to be involved and make a play. And Joe Burrow is going to have to live for another throw. Going to have to try it again, Joe. They were too ready for that one.
There was some contact around the 5, but I thought Jamar initiated it, to tell you the truth.
Right.
3rd down and 5 from the 29. 2 running backs in for Cincinnati. Pirine in the backfield. Brown lines up as a slot receiver. Burrow throws downfield, and it is off the fingertips of Chase and is intercepted by Humphrey. Running back to the 30. Chase Brown runs him down and tackles Humphrey around the 34-yard line.
So, get an interception, turnover, takeaway, tip ball. Baltimore makes the play and thwarts another drive for the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, Jamar Chase just tips the ball, 2 hands to Humphrey, and Humphrey says, "Thank you very much. Easy peasy pickings."
Looked like Jamar jumped a little bit early and didn't get to the apex of his leap to try to make that catch. We have a timeout, 11:37 left in the half. Baltimore gets the game's first takeaway, and the Ravens will have it at their own 34-yard line when we come back. No score, Cincinnati and Baltimore on the Bengals Radio Network.
Step into the magic of the season at Molliet's Farm Market and Garden Center, your hometown winter wonderland. From fresh-cut Christmas trees to brilliant poinsettias, holiday plants, wreaths, and holiday decorations, Molliet's has everything you need to make your home merry and bright. And don't forget the delicious side of Christmas, homemade pies, festive treats, and all the fixings for a holiday feast. Since 1958, Molliet's has been bringing joy, quality products, and warm service to the community. Visit Molliet's Farm Market and Garden Center at 1530 West Market Street in Tiffin.
I despise that saying.
What saying?
It's the thought that counts.
Well, that's weird. Why?
Because the thought should be reflected in the gift.
Nobody ever says, it's the thought that counts when it's a great gift.
Exactly. Smaller gifts can still be great when they're thoughtful.
That's kind of our specialty.
Yep. Joy Living has lots of thoughtful gifts that are perfect for anyone passionate about wine, coffee, chocolate, gourmet cooking.
Or gifts that, well, you're grouchy.
And we got bigger gifts, too.
Sure, but nobody worries about an outdoor TV or Bluetooth speaker being thoughtful.
But they can be.
They should be.
Every gift's better when it comes with a story.
So what are you getting me for Christmas? Something thoughtful or...
Just my love.
Ralph!
As expressed through an amazing and thoughtful gift.
Now you're talking. Can you give me a hint?
Patience is a virtue.
Well, you have to wait and see what I got you.
It's the Joy Living way.
So stop in and get the most thoughtful
and great
gifts in town.
You'll be glad you did.
A sales event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid models. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
No score, 11:37 left here in the second quarter. The Bengals have not been stopped in the red zone today, but it's been close. They got to the 25 on their first drive, did not score. Got to the 29 on their second drive, did not score. After that pass from Burrow to Chase went off Jamar's fingertips right into the waiting arms of Marlon Humphrey for the Baltimore INT. The Ravens take over at their own 35, third drive of the day for Baltimore. Each team has had it twice without a score. Out of an I formation, it's a handoff. This is Keaton Mitchell, the speedy running back in the Ravens stable, and he picks up 8 as he runs between the hash marks to the 43. Geno Stone, his former Baltimore teammate, makes the tackle.
Yeah, and what you got to do there is you have to seal off on the backside. That was a outside zone over the left tackle, cut back over the right guard. Did a good job on sealing on that backside, getting their blocks efficiently.
Mitchell stays in at running back. The fullback, big 300-pound Patrick Ricard in the game. They give it to Mitchell again. He's got running room on the right side. Turns the corner to the 50, Cincinnati 40, and chased out of bounds by Barrett Carter. They say he stepped out at the 42-yard line of Cincinnati.
Yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals, a missed tackle there. Unblocked player. It's coming back, though. They're moving it back. Did he step out of bounds?
Yeah, he stepped out at the 42.
Yeah, they take about 10 yards back.
Looked like Cedric Johnson also went charging up from the defensive end spot
Right
without really a concern for sealing off the edge.
Never located the back.
Baltimore will give it to Keaton Mitchell again. This time he'll be wrapped up and tackled after a short gain. He's brought down almost right on top of the numeral at the 40. A 2-yard pickup. B.J. Hill back into the game after getting injured on the first snap of the day, making the tackle there.
Television coverage right now is showing a shot at Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, this is a scoreless football game at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. It's an AFC North slobber knocker. The defenses are doing a pretty darn good job. Points are going to be very valuable today. They're going to be hard to come by.
2nd and 8. Lamar in the gun. Mitchell lines up to the QB's left. Lamar stomps the right foot a couple of times, catches a shotgun snap. It's a deep drop. Lamar throws, and it is dropped, and it is possibly picked off. The Bengals are celebrating. Yes, it's an interception. The ricochet goes to Jordan Battle, and Cincinnati gets a takeaway at the 28-yard line.
Jordan Battle had a pretty good defensive series there. He had a tackle as an unblocked defender, and that interception is huge. Ooh, just inches from the turf, and boy, he secures it with that right arm.
For Jordan Battle, that's his 4th interception of the year. 3 of the 4 against AFC North opponents. 1 against Cleveland, 1 against Pittsburgh, and now 1 against Lamar Jackson and Baltimore. We'll take a timeout. The Bengals get the ball back. They'll have it at their own 27, it appears, possibly the 26. We'll find out when we get back. No score, 9:39 left in the half here on the Bengals Radio Network.
The Bear, Big Bear, has everything you'll ever want or need for your truck or RV. Trailer and towing packages, running boards, brakes, mufflers, and propane fillings. See Big Bear Truck and RV at 1313 North County Line Street in Fostoria. The Bear, Big Bear, someone you can trust for all your accessories, from hitches and caps to brakes and mufflers and more. If you own a truck or RV, it's the place for you. Big Bear Truck and RV, 1313 County Line Street in Fostoria. Call 800-750-BEAR.
Are you thinking about new flooring for your home? Snyder's Floor Covering Outlet in Bettsville is here for you. You can either come to our store or they can bring the samples to you with many new carpet and vinyl styles and colors in stock. Snyder's also offers 12-month financing and no charge measuring and estimates. Call today, 986-5599. That's 986-5599. Stop in and see our newly renovated showroom. Thank you for continuing to support Snyder's Floor Covering. Snyder's Floor Covering. No job too big or too small. Snyder's does it all.
For over 100 years, iron workers have been building America. Do you have what it takes to be an iron worker? Do you like to work with your hands? Do you like to be creative and solve problems? Do you like to be outdoors and don't mind getting dirty? With starting pay of $18 an hour and with medical and retirement benefits, there are iron worker jobs available in Northwest Ohio. To take your career to new heights, call the Iron Workers Local 55 Training Center at 419-382-3080. and build a better future. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's North End Zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
No score here in Cincinnati. 9:39 left in the half. The Bengals about to get the ball at their own 27 after an interception by Jordan Battle. On the scoreboard, the Patriots, looking for their 11th win in a row, have jumped out to a 14-0 lead over Buffalo. That game is in Foxborough. Drake May has accounted for both touchdowns for New England, not with throws, with his legs. He's got 2 touchdown runs. 1st and 10, Cincinnati from the 27. The Bengals line up in an old school I. Joe Burrow hands it off. Chase Brown running right. Penalty flag thrown immediately. Chase running outside a right tackle. Amarius Mims picks up 5, but it's coming back.
Illegal procedure against the Bengals. Somebody flinched.
So instead of
illegal formation, offense number 82 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Instead of 2nd and 5, it's 1st and 15.
Yeah, can't do that. Tinsley's got to get up on the line of scrimmage and make sure that they have enough men on the line of scrimmage to make it a legal formation.
The Cleveland Browns are playing in Chicago today. Cleveland has fallen behind in that game 14-0. Steelers play tomorrow night at home against Miami. 1st and 15 for the Bengals at their own 22. No score. 9:17 left in the half. Shotgun snap. Handoff. Chase Brown runs left. Breaks a tackle at the 23. Crosses the 25. Running toward the near sideline and brought down at the 28. Picked up 6 yards on the play. Wiggins and Smith making the stop for Baltimore.
Gains 1 more yard than the yard marker for the original line of scrimmage. Gets those that yardage back. Tinsley, when you're at the end of the line of scrimmage, all you have to do is look out at the official and ask him if you're in a legal spot. Have you lined up close enough to the tip of the football for it to be a legal formation? And he didn't do it.
Gesicki and Fant check in for Cincinnati on 2nd down and 9. 3 receivers left. 1 receiver right. Burrow catches a shotgun snap. 4 defenders come after him. Floats it high and deep. Yosivash fails to come down with the ball. Should have had it around the 40-yard line of Baltimore. Great throw. No defender immediately nearby. All he's got to do is pull that ball into his chest. He failed to do it.
Yeah, Joe's a little frustrated there. Went to Yosivash, showed the confidence and the trust to do it. Threw a good ball down the football field. As Yosi's putting it away, he does not secure it. It's not taken. He doesn't. It takes it to the ground and it just smashes to the ground. He's got to put it into his chest and protect it.
3rd down and 9 after that drop on what should have been a big gain, about a 30-yard gain. Sample to the right of Burrow, Pirine to the quarterback's left. Baltimore showing pressure up the middle. Shotgun snap, it's just a 4-man rush. Burrow with time, checks it down short. Sample will try to run for the 1st down, knocks over a couple of bowling pins but doesn't get it. It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, a little check down there. The Bengals are making it look like here comes the punt team. I was going to say that would be a dicey proposition. That field position here is not conducive to going for it on 4th down. They're going to punt it away.
Andre Yosivash comes to the sideline. Hands in his hands warmer, shaking his head side to side. He knows he cost the Bengals a great opportunity there, dropping a great throw from Joe Burrow.
Absolutely. I mean, you can move the chains there. It was should have been automatic.
Rico into punt. The rookie Wester waits to return. This has no hang time at all. It bounces. It rolls inside the 25, and it will be picked up by Cincinnati around the 22-yard line. It turns out to be a good punt, 44 yards. It was not struck well by Ryan Rico. He got lucky there.
He did.
We have a timeout, 7:34 remaining in the half. Still no score, Cincinnati and Baltimore on this cold day in the Queen City on the Bengals Radio Network.
Our first students arrived in 1824, but let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is first in Ohio and 12th nationally for a 4-year graduation rate. Plus, 99% of our grads are employed or furthering their education within 6 months of graduation. Simply put, Miami students graduate and make more money sooner. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
The quarterback drops back, throws, touchdown Bengals! And Garage Beer runs onto the field with a lawn chair.
Yeah, Garage Beer is an official beer of the Bengals, part of the contract.
Fair enough. Beer-flavored beer.
This is Tanya Wilmus from Delta Dental of Ohio. Our mission is to improve oral health through our benefit plans, advocacy, and community support. Our dedicated network of dentists makes this mission possible. Together, we're building healthy, smart, vibrant communities, one smile at a time.
Want the inside scoop on your Cincinnati Bengals? Get exclusive access to the Bengals Booth podcast, hosted by Dan Horde, the voice of the Bengals. Every week, we bring you the latest news, expert analysis, and game recaps you won't hear anywhere else. Hear from Bengals players, coaches, and special guests as we break down every play and key moment of the season. Whether it's post-game breakdowns or insider info, Bengals Booth keeps you in the loop. Don't miss a single episode. Listen to Bengals Booth podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You have Trevor Lawrence on your fantasy team. You're off to a good start today. He has 2 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown run. Jacksonville leads the Jets 21-7 early in the second quarter. We are midway through the second quarter here at Paycor Stadium. No score between Cincinnati and Baltimore after Ryan Rico's punt puts the Ravens at their own 21 to begin their 4th drive of the day. Derrick Henry back in at running back. He was not in on the previous series. Likely the tight end goes in motion. It's a rollout to the right. Lamar Jackson under pressure from Miles Murphy. Now begins scrambling up the middle of the field. Gets away from Slayton. Crosses the 30 and will be brought down by Jordan Battle after a run of about 3.5 yards. It's a deep drop. Lamar did a lot of running to gain 3 there.
He sure did. He ran a bunch side to side between the hash marks and then had to turn it up the football field eventually. Miles Murphy is having a pretty good game. I mean, he's getting after it. And matched up on a running back, you'd think he would pressure the quarterback, and he did. But I'll tell you, Lamar Jackson's slippery, man. He's hard to get in the ground.
My mistake there. 13-yard run, not a 3-yard run. Looking at the wrong stick. So it's 1st and 10. Here's a pass over the middle. It is caught.
Wow.
Hopkins sprinting up the middle of the field. Fortunately, he slows down looking to cut, and that allowed the Bengals to bring him down. Jordan Battle makes the tackle at the Cincinnati 33. If Hopkins just kept running straight up the field, I'm not sure if anybody catches him.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Battle was coming downhill. Jordan Battle had made a read like he was going to take a shallow crosser, and they just let Hopkins run down the middle of the football field totally unimpeded, unobstructed. There was nobody in his way.
32 yards to the 33-year-old wide receiver. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 33. Out of an I formation, Lamar hands it off to Derrick Henry with a head of steam down to the 30 and then brought down there after a 3-yard run. Chris Jenkins at the bottom of the pile, tackling the king. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Baltimore.
And he is the king, boy. There's nobody close to him size-wise in the National Football League. He is 1 of 1 at the running back position. I mean, he's got the size and the build of an outside rush defensive end or an inside linebacker.
And yet, one of 2 running backs in NFL history to have a 99-yard touchdown run.
Amazing.
Tony Dorsett, the other. 2nd and 7 from the Cincinnati 30. Lamar in the gun. Keaton Mitchell is checked in at running back. Lamar catches. Immediate handoff to Mitchell.
Oh, baby.
And he is brought down for no gain. Jordan Battle with a surge up front makes the tackle, setting up 3rd down and 7.
I'll tell you what, Jordan Battle is having himself a football game, man. I mean, he's around the ball, both in the run game and as the quarterback is throwing the football. I mean, he's making Lamar Jackson's life very difficult, and he's doing a great job for Al Golden on his run fits.
Ali checks in at running back. 3rd down and 7 at the Cincinnati 30. Lamar walks up to the offensive line. Cincinnati has 8 defenders up over the offensive line. We'll see how many of them come after Lamar Jackson. Lamar sets up a screen, caught by Ali's at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, untouched.
Man.
That's one way to beat the blitz.
Yeah, and on the blitz, you had a blown assignment. I mean, you can't let Ali, the back, come out of the backfield untouched. Al Golden reacting to it on the sideline, not happy about it, obviously, to say the very least. I mean, he just works his way out of the backfield. As you said, Dan, there were 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. Who's coming, who's not. A couple of linebackers are going to come. One's going to drop out of there. And he is just left all by his lonesome. And Osai is trying to run him down, trying to tackle him. Can't do it. A little speed differential.
The Ravens coaching staff is in the booth immediately to our left. We could hear them hooting and hollering, pounding their fists down the window after a screen pass to the rookie running back, Ali. Goes for a 30-yard touchdown where he was not touched, streaking down the right sideline. Baltimore's on the scoreboard first. We'll take a timeout with 4:35 left in the half. 7-0 Ravens on the Bengals Radio Network.
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
MVG's giving away a Ford F-150 on December 27th. You could drive into 2026 in a new truck or grab $35,000 in cash. Get a free entry each day you card in. Plus, you can earn more. December 27th, one winner picks the truck or $35,000.
Must be 21. Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-589-9966, or visit org.ohio.gov. Ready to take a break? Visit timeoutohio.com.
Bengal fans, Bengals luxury suites provide a great view of the action while offering an unparalleled combination of features and amenities. With limited inventory available, visit Bengals.com/suites to get yours today.
It's the season for connecting to our community, our traditions, and each other. That's why Alta Fiber is here giving you peace of mind with internet you can count on, service you deserve, and performance you can trust. Alta Fiber is your hometown provider for high-speed fiber internet, TV, and home phone services. This holiday season, switch to Alta Fiber and get up to a $300 gift card. Internet plans start at just $40 a month. Visit altafiber.com today, because when you have the best connections, a brighter world is possible.
This season's biggest catch? Jamar Chase right on the front of Lucky Charms cereal. But hurry, limited edition boxes of Lucky Charms and other favorites like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Nut Cheerios, and Reese's Puffs cereal won't last. Score them all at your local retailer.
Well, despite their 11-2 record, 10-game winning streak, and the fact that they're playing at home today, the New England Patriots were a 1.5-point underdog against the Buffalo Bills. The odds makers might have gotten this one wrong. 21-0 New England in the second quarter of that game.
Man.
3 rushing touchdowns for the Patriots. Our score here, 7-0 Baltimore after a 30-yard screen pass touchdown to beat the blitz, where the Bengals did not lay a finger on Ali as he took it into the end zone. This kickoff will be fielded by Charlie Jones, backs up to the 2, now charges forward, sprinting to the 20, tries to get to the sideline, and is smacked to the ground by Ojabo at the 21-yard line.
Boy, that was an unceremonious dump right there in terms of taking a back to the or return guy to the ground. Man, he just absolutely decimated. That was a big time hit.
Charlie Jones gets up limping a bit after that hit. The Bengals will start from their own 21-yard line. They trail 7-zip. Cincinnati has moved the ball well, but so far has nothing to show for it. Joe Burrow's been victimized by a few drops today. He's in the gun on 1st and 10. Pirine in the backfield with Burrow. Long count for Joe. He catches, he hands it off. Pirine finds a hole right side. Roquan Smith hops on his back and makes the tackle, but it's a 6-yard run for Samaje.
And Pirine again showing that power. I mean, his legs are so strong. He's done a tremendous job in the weight room of getting those quads strong, the hamstrings, the calves. Man, he has that forward lean. His body lean is a 45-degree angle. He gives you no hitting surface.
Mims and Reisner opened up a nice hole there. 2nd down and 4. Bengals at their own 27. Yossi Bosch motions from left to right. Burrow drops back to throw. Looking left, throws, and it is hauled in by Chase, going out of bounds with a 1st down on the Bengals sideline at the 35-yard line. Wiggins chasing him out.
Good footwork by Jamar Chase. Got both feet in bounds before stepping out of bounds. Moved the chains for the Cincinnati Bengals. They're in the 4-minute drill right now. 3 minutes and 30 seconds or so to go. So you want to try to score a touchdown and eat up as much or all of the clock that you possibly can.
3 catches in the first half for Jamar Chase. He came into the game 2 off the NFL lead in receptions for the season. 1st and 10 Cincinnati. Burrow is under center. Now he will slowly back up into the gun. The play clock about to hit 0, so the Bengals call a timeout.
Got to get the play in a little quicker than that.
Good news is they used all of the play clock, leaving less time for Baltimore, as you were describing. Cincinnati does not want the Ravens to get the ball back here in the second quarter.
Yeah, in a perfect world, they'd kick a field goal as the clock ran out.
Perfect world would be a touchdown.
Yeah, that would be second place would be a field goal. Perfect would be a touchdown, and as they're crossing the goal line, the play clock, the game clock and play clock both expire.
I want to get back to that run where the hole was opened up by Mims and Reisner. Reisner's been starting at right guard now for several weeks. He's been playing well. He's one of the few guys on offense whose contract is up at the end of the season. He's not old. He's 30. sign him? What do you think, Lap? Bring him back for another year?
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, I don't think I give him a long-term contract at this juncture, but I think I do bring him back and let him do his thing for another year.
Bengals have it 1st and 10 at their own 36. Burrow hands it off. It's a low-charging, straight-ahead run by Chase Brown. He stopped at the 40 after running for 4. Linebacker Trenton Simpson making the tackle.
Yeah, and like you described, Dan, Chase Brown's 5'9", 5'10", tops, 210, 215 pounds. He has that low center of gravity, and he runs with a good body lean. He's giving you no hitting surface. He's a tough guy to get to the ground.
Bengals break the huddle with about 20 on the play clock. They have it 2nd down and 6 at their own 40. 2 tight ends, Fant and Sample, motion out to the right. They are both in 3-point stances. 1 receiver on each side of the formation. Burrow looking to throw. Passes for Chase Brown. Juggles, catches, cuts back toward the middle of the field, and drags Wiggins to the line to gain. It'll be a 1st down for Cincinnati.
It'll be a 1st down, but Baltimore was not going to let him get out of bounds. They did not want him to get a 1st down and get out of bounds to stop the clock as well.
Bengals don't have to snap it before the 2-minute warning. We'll see if they do. 2:07 left in the half. Burrow under center. Bengals have it at their own 47-yard line, trailing 7-0. Joe trying to draw Baltimore offside. They didn't bite, and the clock hits the 2-minute warning. So we'll take a timeout. 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Cincinnati looking to drive for a tying score. It is 7-0 Baltimore on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Kettering Health, we're devoted to you, walking alongside you on your journey to better health. Whether you're battling cancer, overcoming an injury, facing surgery, or just looking for a doctor who truly cares about you, we'll be a shoulder to lean on. We give everything so you can focus on keeping your world turning. Even if the unexpected happens, we're supporting you to be your best. Kettering Health. Find care now at ketteringhealth.org.
It's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And jerk-faced Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hon, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
When Amazon teamed up with the Cincinnati Bengals, local kids got an unforgettable experience. In November, Boys and Girls Club members received VIP access to watch their favorite Bengals practice. Amazon and the Cincinnati Bengals, working together to inspire the next generation of dreamers.
Want the inside scoop on your Cincinnati Bengals? Get exclusive access to the Bengals Booth podcast, hosted by Dan Horde, the voice of the Bengals. Every week, we bring you the latest news, expert analysis, and game recaps you won't hear anywhere else. Hear from Bengals players, coaches, and special guests as we break down every play and key moment of the season. Whether it's post-game breakdowns or insider info, Bengals Booth keeps you in the loop. Don't miss a single episode. Listen to Bengals Booth podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bengals fans, stop by the Jungle Zone, powered by the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers before each game this season. Live music and family-friendly games makes this the perfect pregame location for fans of all ages. For more information, check out Bengals.com/junglezone. Hoo-day!
2 minutes left in the half. Baltimore 7, Cincinnati nothing on a 30-yard screen pass touchdown from Lamar Jackson to Rasheen Ali. The Bengals trying to answer with a scoring drive, knowing that they can double dip. They'll get the ball to begin the third quarter as well after winning the toss and electing to defer.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big benefit. You get the ball twice to end a half and begin another half, and the opponent doesn't get their hands on the football whatsoever. You can do some damage. I mean, you can have 2 great drives and put as many as 14 points up.
1st and 10 Cincinnati. The Bengals at their own 47-yard line. Burrow is in the gun. Now he moves under center. Samaje Perine is the running back. The Bengals line up in an offset eye. Chase goes in motion behind the QB. It's a run to the left. Perine hesitated, then stepped on the gas. Not much there. Picked up a yard, maybe 2. Trenton Simpson with the tackle. And the clock will run with 1:47 left.
Yeah, that hesitation that you described there, Dan, kind of puzzled me. It made me scratch my head a little bit. And working his way. Fant is pogo sticking, hopscotching on one leg, the left leg, to the Bengals sideline. Looks like he's going to need some medical attention.
So Noah Fant out of the game. 2nd down and 9 for Cincinnati. Shotgun snap. Burrow fakes to Pirine, throws a pass, and it's incomplete. There's a penalty flag down. Burrow got decked at the end of the play.
Holding on the Bengals is the initial
and that is the call. Maybe it might be roughing, but it is holding on Cincinnati.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
It's a double dip right there where you get your quarterback smacked and taken to the ground and he bounced his head off the turf. You don't want that to happen. You don't want your quarterback to suffer those kind of hits. And then you get a holding penalty to boot.
That could have been hands to the face. It was called holding. It started with a hand to the face. And the guy that knocked over Joe Burrow is 341-pound Travis Jones.
That's a jolt.
2nd and 19. The Bengals now at their own 38. 1:24 left in the half. Joe catches the shotgun snap against a 4-man rush. Pump fakes, throws, and it is incomplete. The pass was for Tanner Hudson at the 46, broken up by Gilman. That stops the clock. 1:20 left in the half, and now Baltimore has a serious thought of getting the ball back with time. They've got timeouts to work with, 3 remaining.
No question about it. I mean, that's what you're trying to get done if you're a defensive football player. The 2-minute drill, it's 4-minute drill that the Bengals were on has passed. The 2-minute warning has passed. Want to get the ball back for Jackson, your offense.
3 members of the secondary playing deep for Baltimore on 3rd down and 19. 3 receivers out to the right as Burrow drops back to pass, begins scrambling right, pump fake short. Joe still looking and throws it out of bounds.
Yeah,
there's a penalty flag in the secondary around the 47 of Baltimore.
Let's see if there's a little bit of a hold going on down the football field. There's a little discussion going on amongst the Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens by the Baltimore Ravens sideline. See what that penalty flag is. One of the Baltimore Ravens defensive players is faking crying like the Bengals are crybabies. It's against Cincinnati.
Draymond Jones took a shot at Joe Burrow at the end of that play. That's why there was a little bit of a scuffle at the end of it. He's getting taps on the helmet from his teammates, who obviously are just fine with any shot taken at the Cincinnati quarterback.
Right, and the officials had no problem with it. There was official right on top of it.
Pass interference, offense number 89. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
They called Drew Sample for offensive pass interference, so Bengals are punting it away.
And by throwing the ball out of bounds, it stops the clock.
Yep.
We just saw a replay of Jones's semi-late hit on Joe Burrow. I don't think it was a penalty.
Agreed.
Here comes the punt by Rico. That's a good one. A high spiral driving the return man back. Bounces at the 4 and bounces forward into the end zone. 62 yards total, 42 net, so that's fine. Baltimore will have it at the 20. 1:05 left in the half. We'll take a timeout. It's 7-0 Ravens here on the Bengals Radio Network.
It's the season for connecting to our community, our traditions, and each other. That's why Alta Fiber is here giving you peace of mind with internet you can count on, service you deserve, and performance you can trust. Alta Fiber is your hometown provider for high-speed fiber internet, TV, and home phone services. This holiday season, switch to Alta Fiber and get up to a $300 gift card. Internet plans start at just $40 a month. Visit altafiber.com today, because when you have the best connections, a brighter world is possible.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your manager should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
Mac is back at Skyline Chili. Come try their new delicious mac and cheese three-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta and white cheddar cheese, and topped with a mound of their freshly shredded Wisconsin cheddar. Get the mac and cheese three-way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili. Either way, it's the ultimate comfort food. But don't wait. Skyline's mac and cheese three-way is only here for a limited time at participating Skyline locations.
1:05 left in the half. The Bengals in danger of being shut out in the first half. They trail Baltimore 7-0. Cincinnati just punted it back to the Ravens. Baltimore will have it at the 20. With 65 seconds left in the half, they have all 3 timeouts remaining.
John Harbaugh, with the defensive background that he has to be thrilled to death that the Bengals and Joe Burrow have not been able to put up a point yet.
Ali, who caught the touchdown pass, is the running back on 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson back to throw, begins moving to his right, cocks the arm, loops it down the field, and it is caught. Zay Flowers going to the ground to make the catch, a gain of about 25 yards, and now the Ravens sprinting up to the 45 to get lined up, and they're going to call a timeout instead with 49 seconds remaining in the half. Man, it was a heck of a catch by Zay Flowers.
It was, and Lamar Jackson made a good throw. I mean, he gave him an opportunity to make a play on the football. Good throw. It was not the prettiest spiral, but even better catch, and Jordan Battle just kind of went over the top of him instead of laying a big hit on him, just glancing blow.
Do you have a theory as to why?
I really don't.
He had a chance to smack him right in the chest and break that pass up.
He did. I think he just misjudged the football. Misjudged it when its rival was going to be there, and he just opportunity knocked there, and he didn't answer the door.
It was an on-target throw by Lamar, but it was also the type of throw that can get your wide receiver killed.
Yeah,
he floated it in the middle of 3 defenders, and those defenders did not put a good hit on Zay Flowers. He went to the ground and made the catch for a 26-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean, it was thrown over DJ Turner. He really didn't have a chance at the football, but Battle had the chance. Battle could have done some damage and decided not to.
Flowers only had 6 receiving yards against Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago. So 26 yards on the first snap. Baltimore looking to add to a 7-0 lead. They put time back on the clock. 56 seconds remaining. Lamar waits for a shotgun snap. He has the ball. 3-step drop, looking left, scrambling left. Lamar running to the 50. Penalty flag down in the secondary. Lamar runs for a first down before going out of bounds at the Cincinnati 42.
You have defensive holding here. That's usually what's going on.
Offside.
Oh.
Defense, number 58, lined up in the neutral zone. The penalty is declined as the result of the play is a first down.
Joseph Asai lines up in the neutral zone. There's no excuse for that. Look inside. If your helmet is over the tip of the football in the neutral zone, you got to move back. Didn't do it.
Lamar Jackson not running like he has in the past, but he still runs better than just about anybody else. He ran for 12 yards on that play. 49 seconds left in the half, and Baltimore's quickly gone from its own 20 to the Cincinnati 42. Lamar looking to throw, fires down the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Right in the chest of DJ Turner. The pass was intended for Mark Andrews, and for the second week in a row, DJ had an easy interception and did not catch the ball.
And Mark Andrews tips it just a little bit, goes airborne, just reroutes it slightly, but DJ Turner, you know, it's just to change the spin and direction of the football just a little bit. DJ Turner's got to make that play.
The Bengals have 1 interception today on a ricochet pulled in by Jordan Battle. They should have had number 2 there. It was barely tipped by Andrews. 2nd and 10 at the Cincinnati 42. 43 seconds left in the half. 7-0 Baltimore the score. Jackson catches a shotgun snap. Retreats. Inches up in the pocket. Short pass over the middle. Caught by Ali. Tackled by Knight. penalty flag at the 36. That's where the play ended.
Jordan Battle and Mark Andrews going at it again. Now an official gets knocked down as there's a little fight going on, a little altercation between the Ravens and Bengals at about midfield.
And another penalty flag was thrown because that official got toppled in the melee. I assume that was unintentional.
You gotta hope so. Man, you got the referee, the head man, goes down to the turf. That's that's a serious offense. One thing on that play, there was all kinds of time for Lamar Jackson to throw that football. Got to get in his face quicker than that.
So Stanley and Osai were the initial combatants. And then various players started pushing and shoving, and Ronnie Stanley was the guy who knocked over the referee. There are penalties in the secondary and penalty flags close to the brawl.
Tell you what, as you look at the Baltimore Ravens offensive line on the replay of that snap, they are big boys now.
There are fouls by both teams on the play.
Oh, offset.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, holding, defense. Number 5. The penalty's offset. We'll replay the down.
Ronnie Stanley was essentially doing jumping jacks after the play, like trying to wave his arms to get the crowd fired up, more like booing toward him.
Right.
And he was the guy that was responsible for the Baltimore penalty for the way that he sat on top of Osai after that play.
Basically, it's an offset, do-over, like the play never happened.
Except it did take a few seconds off the clock.
Yep.
36 seconds left in the half. Now 2nd and 10 at the Cincinnati 42. Baltimore leading 7-0. Lamar rubbing his hands as he waits for the snap from Linderbaum. Lamar has the ball, drops back on his own side of the 50, looking, throwing, caught by Andrews, tackled by Battle at the Cincinnati 27-yard line. Timeout Baltimore, 29 seconds to go.
And Andrews is so good. Man, that was a tremendous route he ran, so crisp. He's got better than average speed. When he puts his foot in the ground and cuts, he's violent with it, gets separation, and he catches the ball as well as anybody. Joseph Osai gets in Lamar Jackson's face again and hits him as he releases the football, but too late. The ball's already gone.
You mentioned Mark Andrews' speed. If you remember the famous fumble in the jungle by Sam Hubbard, Mark Andrews was the guy that almost chased down Sam Hubbard, made the tackle on that play. GPS reading on his chase was nearly 21 miles an hour.
That's pretty strong for
really strong.
A big guy like that. I mean, that's running back, wide receiver type speed, defensive back type speed, not necessarily for tight end.
Baltimore has one timeout left, 29 seconds remaining. The Ravens have driven from their own 20 to the Cincinnati 28. Jackson ready for a shotgun snap. Ali lines up to his right. Ali has the one touchdown catch in this game. Lamar back to throw, has time, fires for the end zone, caught, touchdown. Beautiful throw. Zay Flowers with the catch, and the Ravens are up by 2 touchdowns. DJ Turner and Geno Stone in the neighborhood, but not very close to Zay Flowers.
Exactly. There were a couple of guys back there, but nobody close enough to make a play on the football. Geno Stone goes back to the huddle, a little bit disappointed, I would say. And Flowers is going nuts. He's going crazy on the Baltimore Ravens sideline. I mean, he hasn't had many of those big touchdown receptions like that. That one's a dagger with 23 seconds to go in the half.
28 yards on the throw from Lamar Jackson, who has thrown more touchdown passes in this quarter than he had in the last 4 weeks. The PAT is good. The Ravens lead at 14-0. We have 23 seconds left in the half. So Cincinnati is probably not going to do anything with the ball when the Bengals get it back here, and they'll see if they can make some key adjustments at the half when they get it to begin the third quarter. Try to rally from 14 down.
Yeah, and John Harbaugh, again, has had great success as a head coach against the Cincinnati Bengals, and his team is up by 2 scores going in at the half on the road. Pretty darn good performance. I mean, the coach has to be pleased with what he's seen so far.
Lamar Jackson has thrown for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick here in the first half as he tries to improve to 11-2 in his career as a starting quarterback against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Amazing.
The two losses are the most lopsided losses of his career.
That's crazy.
But then there are 10 wins.
That's right. 10 victories, man.
And it's 14-0 today. Well, what a turnaround. It looked like the Bengals were going to drive down for a possible score when they had the ball near the 50 with 2 minutes left. The rest of that possession was a disaster, and Baltimore scores with ease. This kick will be fielded by Taj Brooks at the 10. Charging to the 20, numerals at the 30, middle of the field, or veering toward it at the 35. And the rookie running back who we featured on the pregame show in our Fun Facts segment gets tackled at the 39-yard line, 18 seconds left in the half. So that was enough of a return that the Bengals might be aggressive here and try to at least get within field goal range.
Yeah, they could take a couple of shots at it.
They've got 1 timeout left.
Yep, they can stop the clock 1 time. Zay Flowers was on the Baltimore Ravens sideline celebrating, still in a very celebratory mood, celebrating his big touchdown catch. And for him, deservedly so.
Even though it's really cold, Money Mac did hit 56-yard field goals in each direction in the pregame warm-ups. 18 seconds left, shotgun snap to Burrow. Joe with a deep drop, looking, still looking, scrambling, throwing, and it's incomplete. Gets tackled after the play. His offensive linemen come over to step between him and the Raven who took him to the ground. No penalty flag down. It was Tavius Robinson who had the big sack in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the Bengal fans wanted a flag. Ted Karras wanted a flag. Everybody wanted a flag, but the officials determined that there was no reason to throw a flag. And Joe Burrow basically put that ball in the dirt. And at that point in time, the officials were like, all hands off.
12 seconds left. Cincinnati has it at its own 38. 14-0 Baltimore the score. Looks like a prevent defense essentially for the Ravens. 4-man rush, short throw. Chase makes the catch. He'll run toward the sideline. Gets out of bounds with a first down near midfield. 7 seconds left in the half. He got to his own 49. His former teammate Chidobe Awuzie with the tackle for Baltimore.
And it is chippy after every snap here. In the last couple of snaps during this drive, the Ravens and Bengals offensive and defensive lines have squared up and continued the action after the whistle had blown. So the officials are going to have their work cut out for them in the second half of this football game, it looks like.
7 seconds left. The Bengals do have a timeout remaining. If they could gain about 15 yards, they could stop the clock and call on Money Mac to try to get on the scoreboard. They've got 7 seconds to do it with a timeout. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Jamar is the receiver out to the left. Burrow in the gun, and Baltimore calls a timeout after seeing how Cincinnati lined up.
John Harbaugh has a defensive background as a head coach for the Baltimore Ravens. He's a great defensive coach. He played on that side of the football in his career at Miami of Ohio, coached there. Coached in the National Football League on the defensive side of it. So he loves the fact that his defense has not allowed a point in the first half of this game.
John Harbaugh spent many years at the University of Cincinnati as a member of Rick Minter's coaching staff. Coached for Rick Minter at UC for 8 years and was a finalist for the head coaching job at UC. In 2004, they hired Mark D'Antonio instead. In 2007, they hired Brian Kelly instead. And then in 2008, he was hired by Baltimore after being the special teams coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Heck of a career.
7 seconds left in the half. Cincinnati down by 14 points. Prevent defense for Baltimore. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, just a 3-man rush. Joe looking, firing. Chase goes to the ground, and it is incomplete. Would have been a first down at the 37 had he been able to get his hands under the ball and make the catch. He could not. 1 second left in the half.
The ball short hopped him a little bit. He couldn't get, like you described, actually it didn't short hop. It went through his arms. I mean, Jamar Chase has got to cradle that, make the catch, and go to the ground.
Yeah, would have done the trick.
Yep, he's upset about it. He's not pleased that he let that one escape him.
Would have set up about a 56-yard field goal try because the Bengals could have called a timeout immediately with 1 second to go.
Yep.
Now we'll see if Burrow can launch a Hail Mary. Cincinnati at its own 48. Baltimore sends an extra rusher. Burrow buying time, and he'll be sacked. Wasn't able to buy enough time for his receivers to get down to the end zone. He is sacked by Mike Green, rookie out of Marshall, as the half comes to an end. Our halftime score, 14-0. Baltimore leads Cincinnati. The Bengals get the ball to begin the third quarter when we come back. Stay tuned for Wayne Boxmiller in the halftime report. 14-zip Ravens is the score here on the Bengals Radio Network.
Our job since 1945 has been to keep our customers satisfied. Ohio Automotive has experienced staff and sales associates who can help you with our wide range and variety of parts for everything from cars to Class 8 trucks and trailers. Make us your one-stop shop and see why we've been in business so long. Ohio Automotive, your parts expert in Findlay at 525 West Main Cross Street.
Bright Wireless provides reliable high-speed internet for homes and businesses throughout the Tiffin, Fostoria, and surrounding rural areas. With their office and service facility located in Bascom, Bright Wireless can provide you with the type of local customer service that you deserve. With their new Accelerate packages, you get the bandwidth needed to do anything over your connection. Log on to their website at bascomtelephone.com and click on the Bright Wireless tab for more information.
Welcome to Big B Coffee, your home away from home that picks you up and leaves you in a better mood than when you arrived. No matter who you are, we know we'll have a drink for you, and her, and him. You see, here at Big B, we can customize our drinks for each person. Dairy or no dairy, coffee or no coffee. We've got you covered, hot, iced, or frozen. Big B Coffee is one of a kind, just like you.
With locations on Tiffin Avenue and Trenton Avenue in Findlay to serve you.
United Electric has served the tri-state area for more than 60 years. For all your commercial and industrial electrical needs, call Rick Rebholz at 513-383-7547 or visit us online at unitedelec.com.
This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Picked off!
Yeah.
The Bengals have it into the end zone, and the Bengals get a touchdown after all.
How about it? The halftime report is brought to you by Alta Fiber. Alta Fiber, the official Wi-Fi and internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Kettering Health, best care for the best fans. Kettering Health, official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, here's Wayne Boxmiller on the Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to the halftime report on the Cincinnati Bengals Radio Network. The halftime score, the Baltimore Ravens 14, the Cincinnati Bengals yet to score. They get the ball to start the second half. Let's get to a couple of highlights. This game started off. Miles Murphy, who's been playing well, comes on strong at the beginning of this game.
Third down and 7. Baltimore at its own 49. First drive of the game. Lamar with a deep drop, looking to throw. Begins scrambling and gets brought down near the line of scrimmage. Miles Murphy with the tackle. There's a loss on the play, so that'll be a sack, and the Bengals will force Baltimore to punt.
On 2nd and 8, Lamar Jackson is picked off.
Lamar stomps the right foot a couple of times, catches a shotgun snap. It's a deep drop. Lamar throws, and it is dropped, and it is possibly picked off. The Bengals are celebrating. Yes, it's an interception. The ricochet goes to Jordan Battle, and Cincinnati gets a takeaway at the 28-yard line.
Jordan Battle had a pretty good defensive series there. He had a tackle as an unblocked defender, and that interception is huge. Jordan Battle continues the good play in the first half, coming up with another big play on third down.
2nd and 7 from the Cincinnati 30. Lamar in the gun. Keaton Mitchell is checked in at running back. Lamar catches. Immediate handoff to Mitchell. And he is brought down for no gain. Jordan Battle with a surge up front makes the tackle, setting up 3rd down and 7.
So I'm at 2nd and 7. And the first score of the game comes courtesy of Lamar Jackson's arm.
Lamar sets up a screen, caught by Ali's at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, untouched.
Man.
That's one way to beat the blitz.
Yeah, and on the blitz, you had a blown assignment. I mean, you can't let Ali, the back, come out of the backfield untouched. Al Golden reacting to it on the sideline, not happy about it, obviously. And the Baltimore Ravens add another Jackson touchdown to Zay Flowers. A halftime score, 14-0. Back with more right after this on the Bengals Radio Network.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
The quarterback drops back, throws, touchdown Bengals! And Garage Beer runs onto the field with a lawn chair.
Yeah, Garage Beer is an official beer of the Bengals, part of the contract.
Fair enough. Beer-flavored beer.
Get practical this holiday and give wash books from Mike's Car Wash. Through January 4th, buy 4 washes, get 2 free on our top 3 washes. Purchase wash books online at mikescarwash.com or at any of our 40 locations. Open daily at 7 a.m.
Welcome back to the halftime report. A couple of quick scores. The Browns trail the Bears 14-0 at half. The Chiefs 13-10 as they go into the half over the Chargers. And the Patriots 24-7 over the Bills. Back to Dan Horde and Dave Lapham.
All right, Box, our score here is 14-0 Baltimore at the half. We're about 6 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Let's start with the halftime injury report brought to you by the Kettering Health Network. The best care for the best fans. Kettering Health is the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. The Ravens lost a starting linebacker early in this game. Teddy Buchanan carted off after a punt coverage play. He suffered a knee injury. He will not be back today. Now time to look at some first half stats. They're brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. First downs are even at 9 apiece. Baltimore has 193 yards. Cincinnati has 112. So what does that difference tell you? Well, first downs are even, but the Ravens are getting big plays. Cincinnati is not. Lamar Jackson has completions of 26, 28, 30, and 32. Joe Burrow has nothing like that, partly because Andre Yosivas dropped a good deep ball, and that's enough for Baltimore to have a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, I think the Cincinnati Bengals don't have any big plays because the Baltimore Ravens are playing team defense. I mean, everybody is playing their assignment to the fullest. Nobody's out of position. Nobody's blowing an assignment. No brain cramps. The Bengals have given up big plays because of either lack of coverage or lack of efficiency in terms of being in position but not making the play. So Al Golden has some things to do at halftime, some adjustments to make, and John Harbaugh and his defensive coaches are feeling pretty good about themselves. Why not? Haven't given up a point and have not given up many plays of 20 yards or more.
Joe Burrow has a passer rating of 36.2. It should be about 70 points higher, at least. He's 8 for 16. There have been at least 3 or 4 drops, at least. His only interception was off the fingertips of Jamar Chase, right into the waiting arms of Marlon Humphrey. Joe Burrow's played well. Not enough of his teammates can say the same thing.
Yeah, I agree, Dan. You know, it's like you look at 36.2, you're saying, oh, man, the quarterback stunk. Far from it. Joe Burrow played a pretty damn good first half. He was pretty efficient with the football. His teammates didn't make plays for him. They let him down on the back end.
Bengals will get the ball to begin the third quarter. When we come back, it is 14-0 Ravens on the Bengals Radio Network.
At Blanchard Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're dedicated to helping you move better, feel stronger, and get back to the life you love. Our expert physicians specialize in total knee and hip replacements using advanced techniques that speed recovery and improve long-term mobility. We also provide trusted care for sports-related injuries, from concussions and fractures to joint repair and rehab, so athletes of all ages can stay in the game. Now welcoming patients at our new Wellness Park campus at 3401 Wellness Way in Findlay. Call today to schedule your appointment, 419-429-6473.
No matter what time of year it is or what kind of event you've planned, from a college education to home improvements to a great vacation, a WesBanco home equity line of credit is the best possible answer for financing. It allows you to use the equity in your home to finance just about anything while providing you, in most cases, a tax deduction on the interest you pay, all at a competitive interest rate and with flexible repayment terms. So call your nearest WesBanco office for more details about a home equity line of credit. WesBanco Bank Incorporated is a member FDIC, equal housing lender. Consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
The Northwestern Water and Sewer District has 2 watersheds in Fostoria to get pure water at a low price. Our original watershed is located off of Plaza Drive, and our second location is found near 4th and Finley Streets. If you don't like the taste of well water, try Watershed Water. Bring your containers and fill up for only $0.25 a gallon. Try Watershed Water today. For more info, go to nwwsd.org.
Penn Station is all in for Hoo Day Tuesdays. Buy one sub, get a small sub free every Tuesday all season. Join Penn Station Rewards or email club for details. Terms apply. Love your sub at Penn Station, the official hometown sub of the Cincinnati Bengals.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the Cincinnati Bengals for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the NFL of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited. We're in the home radio booth, windows closed against our will because of fear of freezing pipes at Paycor Stadium today.
Right.
We're here with our great crew. Our producer is Dave Yiddy Armbruster, our on-site engineer, Dave MacGyver Abbott. Drew Westerheide is in the studio today. Our host is Wayne Box Miller. Our spotter is Dave Eagle Eye Kelly. Our statistician is Ben Jarvis. Brad Ellis, and our in-the-booth doctor, in case lapsed passion leads to palpitations, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. We're about a minute away from the start of the second half. It is 14-0 Baltimore.
Hannibal Lecter. I'll tell you, that brings back memories. That was an amazing movie to watch. Bengals got to get something done with this first possession. And they started off. They got the ball to start the game, didn't do anything with it. Can't afford to do that when you're down 2 scores in the second half. You have to get back in the football game as quickly as possible. No better time to put points on the board than the first drive of the half.
The Bengals' first 2 drives looked like they were going to be productive. They made it to the 25 of Baltimore on their first. Sack took them out of field goal range, and it was 3rd and short at the time. Second drive took them to the Baltimore 29. Then a 3rd down pass that would have been a first down went off the fingertips of Jamar Chase for an interception. After that, the offense was not good. Punt, end of half.
Not good at all. I mean, that's very, very paltry at best. That the Ravens defense, though, can be salty. You know, they know what they're doing. John Harbaugh definitely knows what he's doing as a head coach that has that defensive background that he has.
Charlie Jones hurt his ankle on a return in the first half. His return is questionable, so Taj Brooks and Samaje Perine wait to return the kickoff to begin the second half. Loop launches it very high into the air, and Taj Brooks moves under it, catches at the 8, and charges toward the near side numerals. He gets to the 25, jumped up. That's never a great move. And he was wrapped up and tackled after going into the air by tight end Charlie Kolar.
Yeah, that's true, Dan. You don't want to leave your feet. And the Ravens had 4 players right in that area. Wasn't much to get, but could have gotten a little bit more if you keep your feet on the ground.
So the Bengals have it at their own 25. Cincinnati trailing the Ravens 14-0 here at Paycor Stadium, with some hardy fans in attendance, braving these chilly conditions here in Cincinnati today. Coldest game ever in 26 seasons here at Paycor Stadium.
They can say they're part of a record.
Yeah, they can say that. Joe Burrow under center on 1st and 10. Take the direct snap from Ted Karras, turns right, hands it off. Chase Brown following Karras to the right side, then gets tripped up by the ankles and goes down after a 3-yard gain. Trenton Simpson moving into the lineup with linebacker Teddy Buchanan out, and he made the tackle there after the 3-yard run.
You have to get points on the board. 14 points is not an insurmountable lead. You don't have to panic. You don't have to fire and fall back every single snap. You don't have to throw the football every single down. But you got to get your running game going. And the running game was inconsistent at best in the first half.
Chase Brown and Samaje Perine both in. On 2nd down and 7, the Bengals at their own 28. Shotgun snap. Burrow looking, begins scrambling right, throws, caught on the run. Jamar Chase to the 50. The Baltimore 40, inside the 40, and shoved out of bounds at the 38-yard line. There's the big play that's been lacking all day. 34 yards. The Bengals' longest play in the first half was 18.
Dan, that's what I was going to say. We've been asking for the big play. Ask, and you shall receive. Joe Burrow has to climb the pocket a little bit and then escapes to the right, going toward the right hash mark, and delivers a ball. Jamar Chase running across her, and there's nobody that is in his Joe Burrow's line of vision between the linebacker and safety.
5 catches, 74 yards for Jamar Chase. Tinsley goes in motion on 1st and 10 in Ravens territory. Here's a handoff to Chase Brown, and there's nothing doing. Running straight ahead, maybe gained a yard at best. Travis Jones making the tackle.
Yeah, a little dive action there for the Cincinnati Bengals. Reisner hit a wall. I mean, he got up to that linebacker level and no more. Roquan Smith said, that's it. That you're not going to knock me back, and there was no knockback there whatsoever.
Well, I shortchanged Chase Brown. They give him 2 yards, so 2nd down and 8 from the 36 of Baltimore. Jamar Chase lines up like a running back to the right of Joe Burrow. Chase Brown is to the QB's left. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Burrow drops back to throw, looking, fires, caught over the middle by Jamar Chase, gets away from the first tackle, but the first man slowed him down, and then 2 defenders made the stop at the 32. Hamilton and Gilman were there, and it's 3rd down and 4 coming up.
You're right, Dan. 1 misses, and then 2 close and make the play. They are running to the ball. I mean, their overall defensive team pursuit has been something to watch today. I mean, they're really talented in that regard, and they are showing it today.
The Bengals are 1 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. It's 3rd down and 4 at the 32 of Baltimore. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap. Chase Brown in the backfield with him. Jamar Chase out to the left, outside the numerals. Burrow catches, drops back, looking, pressured, throws as he's getting taken to the ground. It is incomplete. I do not see a wide receiver over on that side of the field, and I think Burrow is still in the pocket. Which is pretty much the definition of grounding.
Yeah, no flag yet. Interesting.
Unless they're saying he couldn't get enough on the throw. Bengals leave the offense on the field, 4th and 4 coming up. The officials are talking about it. We often see flags thrown well after the play when the call is intentional grounding. So let's see if that happens.
Particularly up top, the replay officials can get a wrong righted if there is a wrong.
Burrow pleading his case. And the official says, Joe, we've got it. Haven't thrown the flag yet.
The Ravens ran a very effective twist defensively. Tackle up the field, defensive end, inside on a loop, and it got home against Joe Burrow. He had to vacate the pocket as a result.
Zach Taylor jawing with an official. There's no penalty flag thrown yet.
Nope.
The passer was outside the tackle box, and the ball made it beyond the line. There is no intentional grounding.
All right. So Joe Burrow, if he was outside the tackle box, it was by an inch.
Yeah, but he did get the ball past the line of scrimmage by a healthy amount, so I think that might have ruled the day in the decision making.
It allows the Bengals to go for it on 4th and 4 at the 32 of Baltimore. 11:55 left in the third. Cincinnati down by 14. 14-0 the score. Gesicki goes in motion. Lines up as one of 3 receivers out to the left. Jamar Chase also out to that side. Yosivas out to the right. Burrow changing the play. Perine's in the backfield. On 4th and 4, they snap it to Burrow. He looks. He throws deep into traffic. Incomplete. And the Bengals fail on 4th and 4. Burrow knocked down again at the end of the play.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's been jostled, man. He's been knocked to the ground multiple times. There's no question about it. The protection has left something to be desired.
Gesicki, the intended receiver at the goal line, tried to make a one-handed left-handed catch, could not pull it in, and the Bengals get stopped. We've got a timeout with 11:49 left in the third. Baltimore gets the ball back, leading 14-0 here on the Bengals Radio Network.
I despise that saying.
What saying?
It's the thought that counts.
Well, that's weird. Why?
Because the thought should be reflected in the gift.
Nobody ever says, it's the thought that counts when it's a great gift.
Exactly. Smaller gifts can still be great when they're thoughtful.
That's kind of our specialty.
Yep. Joy of Living has lots of thoughtful gifts that are perfect for anyone passionate about wine, coffee, chocolate, gourmet cooking.
Or gifts that, well, you're grouchy.
And we got bigger gifts, too.
Sure, but nobody worries about an outdoor TV or Bluetooth speaker being thoughtful.
But they can be.
They should be.
Every gift's better when it comes with a story.
So what are you getting me for Christmas? Something thoughtful or...
Just my love.
Ralph!
As expressed through an amazing and thoughtful gift.
Now you're talking. Can you give me a hint?
Patience is a virtue.
Well, you have to wait and see what I got you.
It's the Joy of Living way.
So stop in and get the most thoughtful
and great
gifts in town.
You'll be glad you did.
Looking for a medical team that truly listens? Check. Same day or next day appointments? Check. Takes all insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid? Check. Dr. Rudolph Vila provides all this and more. Dr. Vila and his team include Dale Hager. CNP and J Vila are now accepting new patients in family medicines, from annual checkups to treating chronic conditions. Dr. Vila and his team provide compassionate, personalized care for every member of your family, kids, adults, and seniors. Call 419-448-0220 to schedule today. Serving Findlay, Tiffin, Fremont, and surrounding areas. Located at 3101 West US Route 224.
Sessions.
Hear that stomach growling? Feeling lean and hungry? Let Donato's fix that with their all-new barbecue chicken or buffalo chicken pizzas. Choose to have between sweet barbecue sauce or zesty buffalo sauce to satisfy your cravings. So call now or order online at donatos.com.
On the play before the timeout, the deep incompletion on fourth down from Mike Gesicki. One of the defensive backs in coverage for Baltimore was former Bengal Chidobe Awuje. He was running in the back of the end zone. He was not able to slow down before crashing into the wall at the back of the end zone, so he needed some medical assistance to get to the Baltimore sideline, and Cheeto has gone into the blue medical tent. Baltimore's ball, leading 14-0. They take over at their own 32 after stopping Cincinnati on 3rd and 4 and 4th and 4. Here's a toss to the right. Henry with momentum to the 40, 45, 50. Cincinnati 45, Bengals 40. And he's tackled there by Demetrius Knight.
That was a well-designed play. Lamar Jackson at the quarterback position reverse pivots and pitches it to the perimeter to a big, monstrous tailback who can get to fourth gear pretty darn quickly. He shifted out of first, second, and third right away. No defenders within 5 yards of him. I mean, it was amazing.
28 yards for Derrick Henry. 1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 39-yard line. The Ravens line up in an I formation. They'll give it to Derrick Henry again. He's got a hole again. To the 30, 25, 20, 15, and tackled at the 14-yard line. Well, getting ugly.
Yeah. Now John Harbaugh is saying, okay, now we're going to pound you. We're going to pound you into submission. We have a 2-touchdown lead. We have a 6'3", 6'4", 250, 255-pound running back that can pound the daylights out of you, and that's what we're going to do. The offensive line loves this situation. I can tell you, when you have a 2-score lead and you have a horse like that at the running back position, feed that big boy.
After being tackled, Derrick Henry rolled around a couple of times, and on the roll, he wound up taking down DJ Turner, and now the Bengals' best defensive player is getting medical attention as they're looking at the lower part of his right leg. We'll take a timeout. 10:53 left in the third quarter. Baltimore in the red zone, looking to add to a 14-0 lead here in Cincinnati. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
They're big, they're sticky, and they're packed with toasted pecans, melted caramel, and cinnamon sugar goodness. It's the Jumbo Pecan Sticky Bun, only at Rock Creek Bakery. Handcrafted fresh every day by pastry chef Lynn Light, using real ingredients and old-fashioned techniques. Come get your hands on this ooey gooey masterpiece. Monday through Thursday, 11 to 4, Friday, 11 to 2, and Wednesdays until 10. Rock Creek Bakery. It's part of the Parkhurst Dining on the campus of Heidelberg University. Rock Creek Bakery, baked from scratch, served with love.
Step into the magic of the season at Molliot's Farm Market and Garden Center, your hometown winter wonderland. From fresh-cut Christmas trees to brilliant poinsettias, holiday plants, wreaths, and holiday decorations, Molliot's has everything you need to make your home merry and bright. And don't forget the delicious side of Christmas, homemade pies, festive treats, and all the fixings for a holiday feast. Since 1958, Molliot's has been bringing joy, quality products, and warm service to the community. Visit Molliot's Farm Market and Garden Center at 1530 West Market Street in Tiffin.
A stronger future starts now in Seneca County. The Seneca County Collaborative brings together economic development, business services, tourism, and downtown revitalization to make a bigger impact. By integrating the Seneca Regional Chamber and Development, Destination Seneca County, and Downtown Tiffin, we're working as one team to grow opportunity and strengthen our community. We are one team, one Seneca. Learn more at oneseneca.org.
This season's biggest catch? Jamar Chase right in the front of Lucky Charms cereal. But hurry, limited edition boxes of Lucky Charms and other favorites like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Nut Cheerios, and Reese's Puff cereal won't last. Score them all at your local retailer.
A Fifth Third Better means your hometown bank partnering with your hometown team, the Cincinnati Bengals. To learn more, visit 53.com/Bengals.
Back-to-back runs have gone for 53 yards for Derrick Henry. He wasn't doing much prior to that. He had 17 rushing yards in the game. Now he's got 70, averaging 8.8 yards per carry. A couple of long ones help those averages. And Baltimore's up to $121 on the ground. Cincinnati has 68.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you let a couple leak out like that, it destroys you. I mean, it totally guts you. And you get a running back that can do that. You got a quarterback that can do that. Quarterback's a little bit impaired. He's not 100% physically, but the running back certainly is.
Chidobe Awuzie being taken to the locker room for Baltimore, and Charlie Jones has been declared out for the rest of this game for Cincinnati. DJ Turner on the sideline for at least a play. Baltimore in the red zone. This will be the first red zone snap for either team. It's a handoff. Keaton Mitchell. And he gets shoved by his offensive lineman to turn that into about a 5-yard gain. The Bengals wrapped him up pretty quickly, but it's become such a trend in the NFL. If you're an offensive lineman and you see your guy stalled, shove him until it turns out to be a nice gain. It's a run of 4.
Exactly. You if you've got your hands within the framework of his body, keep him there. You know, don't try to readjust them. Keep him there. Get your leg drive going, and roll him as best you can.
Derrick Henry back in. 2nd down and 6 from the Cincinnati 11 as the Ravens look to go up by 3 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Lamar Jackson ready for the shotgun snap. Hands it off. Henry running left. Demetrius Knight trying to stop him. The Bengals have him, and the play is blown dead before Henry ever goes to the ground. He picked up a couple, maybe 3. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3.5.
Zone read right there. And really, the Bengals didn't pay much attention to Lamar Jackson, going through his fake. He, handed it off to Big Henry and then went through his, like I'm running the ball to the right side. They disregarded that totally, and Henry was on his own.
Mark Andrews goes out to the left. I would pay attention to him. Geno Stone matched up against Andrews. 3rd down and 4 at the 9-yard line of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap, Lamar looking, pump fakes, throws for the back of the end zone, and it is dropped. Should have been Zay Flowers' 2nd touchdown catch of the game. Had it in both hands and did not secure the touchdown.
Geno Stone and Mark Andrews, you called it, Dan. Mark Andrews was out there to the left, one-on-one. Geno Stone and Mark Andrews, former teammates. Geno Stone was in coverage on Mark Andrews many reps during training camp and practice, but here he is in a real live game, AFC North Division battle, and Lamar Jackson decided not to go there, surprisingly.
Put it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Should have been Lamar's 3rd touchdown pass of the game. They call on the rookie field goal kicker Tyler Loop. He has not missed from inside of 50 yards his entire rookie year, and he does not miss here. He connects on the short field goal, and the Ravens have taken a 17-0 lead. We have a timeout with 9:05 left in the third quarter. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Roto-Rooter is always the first name you think of when you have problems with your sewer system or other household drains.
Tim Munger and Roto-Rooter will thoroughly clean your sewer system, sink, shower, drains, and toilets. The Mungers have been serving the Fostoria and Seneca County area for over 70 years. Give Tim Munger a call at 419-435-3360. That's 419-435-3360 for all of your drain cleaning needs, and away go troubles down the drain.
The Bear, Big Bear, has everything you'll ever want or need for your truck or RV. Trailer and towing packages, running boards, brakes, mufflers, and propane fillings. See Big Bear Truck and RV at 1313 North County Line Street in Fostoria. The Bear, Big Bear, someone you can trust for all your accessories, from hitches and caps to brakes and mufflers and more. If you own a truck or RV, it's the place for you. Big Bear Truck and RV, 1313 County Line Street in Fostoria. Call 800-750-BEAR.
Are you thinking about new flooring for your home? Snyder's Floor Covering Outlet in Bettsville is here for you. You can either come to our store or they can bring the samples to you, with many new carpet and vinyl styles and colors in stock. Snyder's also offers 12-month financing and no charge measuring and estimates. Call today, 986-5599. That's 986-5599. Stop in and see our newly renovated showroom. Thank you for continuing to support Snyder's Floor Covering. Snyder's Floor Covering. No job too big or too small. Snyder's does it all.
Mark for each game their group volunteers. Increase impact, engage with the community, and fundraise with flair. Join Aramark in making a difference. To learn more and secure a spot, call 513-455-4914 or visit Bengals.com/community/concessions.
Bengals fans, stop by the Jungle Zone, powered by the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers before each game this season. Live music and family-friendly games makes this the perfect pregame location for fans of all ages. For more information, check out Bengals.com/Jungle Zone. Hoo-day!
9 minutes, 5 seconds to go, third quarter here at Paycor Stadium. The Ravens have scored 17 consecutive points. They have a 17-0 lead. Should be 21-0. Zay Flowers just dropped a touchdown pass in the back right corner of the end zone. And he's upset about it. Lamar Jackson's upset about it, but at least Baltimore got 3.
Yeah, he's on the bench, the Baltimore Ravens sideline on the bench with his receiver coach. And neither coach nor player is very happy about that drop.
Loop kicks off, launches it down to about the 5. Taj Brooks with the catch. And he runs it back to the 20, slows down around the 23, and gets tackled as he crosses the 25. They'll spot it at the 26. That's where the Bengals' possession will begin as Cincinnati tries to get off the schneid against the Baltimore defense that has given up a lot of points this season. 24.6 per game, 22nd best in the NFL.
Boy, I'll tell you, they've gotten healthy today. I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals have been the remedy. They've been the elixir. They've been what the Baltimore Ravens have been hoping for, an offense that is sputtering and stuttering a little bit and not getting it done.
Burrow will start from the shotgun on 1st and 10 with Chase Brown in at running back. Bengals have it at their own 26. Ball on the right hash. Burrow fakes a handoff to Chase Brown. Now throws it short to Chase Brown. And Gilman tackles him and then throws him out of bounds at the 28, a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Gilman with the coverage that was called. I mean, the Ravens are on the money on the first down throw. Gilman's right there. I mean, he's all over it. As soon as the ball is caught, he's wrapping up Chase Brown and tossing him out of bounds.
Baltimore's defense was really lousy early this year. Then they traded for Gilman at week 6, and they have been much better since. It allowed them to move Kyle Hamilton closer to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 8, Burrow will throw again. He throws it short, caught by Tanner Hudson. Nice job by Tanner to spin around and charge upfield. He's about a half-yard short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard. TJ Tampa with the tackle.
Good call, Dan. I mean, he got north and south right now. I mean, immediately, if not sooner. And he kind of peeked, caught the football and peeked. Okay, are they closing over my right shoulder or my left? Which way do I have to spin? Do I have to turn to my right, turn to my left? He made a good decision.
The Bengals are 1 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. If they don't get one here, shame on them. It's less than a yard away. Burrow in the gun. Everybody but Chase bunched in tight. Samaje Perine, the running back. Burrow hands it off to Perine. Samaje fights for the first down. Didn't get much, but he did get the necessary half a yard. And the Bengals have a 3rd down conversion, their 2nd of the day.
How about that? Hallelujah. Raise the flag. Man, 1 for 8 on third down before they convert their second third down conversion of the day. That's a long drought. That's a really significant dry spell, particularly when you're at home. You're at home in the AFC North, man. That's a tough pill to swallow.
17-0 Baltimore, the score. 7 minutes to go, third quarter here at Paycor Stadium. Pirine stays in at running back. Burrow waiting for a shotgun snap. The Bengals have it at their own 37. Joe fakes to Pirine, throws left, caught by Hudson, and Gilman is right there again. All right, so the play happened on the far sideline. You could hear the whistle, I'm sure. It was very audible from our field microphones. And after the whistle blew several times, Gilman tackled Tanner Hudson. There's been too much of that stuff that has been called today.
Yeah, there has been. I mean, the officials, if something were to break out here, some sort of an altercation, they'd probably wonder why. They're allowing a lot of chippiness to go on without any officiating. 1
yard gained on that play, 2nd down and 9. The Bengals at their own 38. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap. He catches from Karras. Drops straight back. Flares it out to the right. Ooh. Caught in the flat by Pirine. Samaje stumbled momentarily, then regained his balance and got tackled after a 1 yard pickup by Roquan Smith.
Yeah, I thought he used the ball to balance himself for a second, but you can't do that. So obviously he didn't do that. But, man, they didn't get much out of that. They have not gotten much out of their passing game other than a play or two. They're really struggling. They just showed Zach Taylor trying to figure out the best way to attack this Baltimore Raven defense down the field because you're down 3 scores. You got to attack deep.
Double running backs in on 3rd down and 8. Pirine very close to the offensive line. Shotgun snap. Burrow drops back 5 steps. Begins moving to his right. Both hands on the ball. Looking. And he runs out of bounds. Couldn't find anybody open. Ran out before taking a hit. Gained a yard or 2, and the Bengals will punt it away.
Well, that was a very quiet series right there. The Bengals did no damage down the football field whatsoever. And like I was just talking about earlier, you're down 3 scores. You have to attack. You have to go up-tempo. You want to run as many snaps as you possibly can, but you have to get the ball down the field in so doing.
Rico will punt. Wester will return. He waits back at his own 10. The rookie out of Colorado. Number 2 receiver for the Buffaloes last year behind Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter. Shoulder high snap. Now the punt from Rico. Very low again. This one is going to bounce and roll inside the 15, inside the 10.
Nice.
And Dejon Anthony is there, along with the long snapper Will Wagner, who scoops up the ball at the 7-yard line. 52 yards on the punt with no return. Again, Wester could have fielded that ball. It would not have been nearly as good of a punt for Ryan Rico. We have a timeout, 4:38 left here in the 3rd quarter. Baltimore in control, 17-0 at the moment on the Bengals Radio Network.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps, spiced cider in every glass, laughter around every plate. At Kroger, we know these moments matter, and we make it easier to bring them to life with quality that's affordable in every aisle. This season, don't just host, make every moment unforgettable. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Bengals fans, a limited number of single-game tickets are available for all home games this season.
Be part of one of the most exciting atmospheres in sports. There is nothing like experiencing Bengals football live in Paycor Stadium.
Avoid those high fees on the secondary market. Go to Bengals.com/tickets and grab your seats before they're gone. Come rule the jungle with us.
Get up, Cincy. It's game day in the jungle. The crowd's loud, the stakes are high, and your tailgate, it's legendary. You've got your jersey, your crew, your playlist. Now power it up with Just Bear Chicken. Just Bear Chicken is all natural chicken that's ready to take the field. We proudly stand by our promise of no antibiotics ever, no artificial ingredients or preservatives, and no added hormones or steroids. So however you tailgate, we're your MVP. What powers Who Day Nation? Just Bear Chicken.
Dang, did I just miss a big play?
Big play? Nah, I just had the perfect bite of a super pretzel.
Perfect bite?
Yeah, you know, the one where the salt collects in the knot and the tangy mustard cools off the warm, soft goodness? No, wait. No, that was the perfect bite.
Where'd you get that?
The super pretzel? Yeah, I picked up a box at my grocer's freezer. Yeah, I like to bring that big game flavor with me everywhere.
I'm thinking about grabbing one.
I'm still thinking about that bite. Super pretzels, soft pretzels.
On the scoreboard, the Chicago Bears lead the Cleveland Browns 21-3. It's been a rough day so far for Shedeur Sanders, starting at quarterback for Cleveland. 5 for 16. That's 31%. No touchdowns, 1 pick, couple of sacks, passer rating of 19.5. Score here, 17-0 Baltimore. The Ravens have the ball inside their own 10. They hand it off to Derrick Henry, and he's off to the races. Crosses the 25. Geno Stone might have saved the touchdown, tackling him at the 30. 22 yards on the first snap for Derrick Henry.
Shoestring tackle, Geno Stone. And John Harbaugh says, you know what? Let's run the football. Pitch to Henry, get him out in the perimeter. He's a big body guy, smaller defenders on the edge. Let him do some damage.
Closing in on 100 rushing yards. He's got 95. He's done it on 10 carries. His last 3 have gone for double digits. They give it to him again. He's not going to get 10 plus this time. He gains about 3.5. They'll give him 4 out to the 34-yard line. McKinley Jackson tackling Derrick Henry.
You know, when the Baltimore Ravens get on the plane and go back to Baltimore, they're going to feel a big feeling of satisfaction with the running game. The offensive line is going to feel real good about it. And, you know, with 4 games after this, if they can get their running game consistently productive like this for a month, they'll be in high cotton.
2nd down and 5 officially. Looks more like 6. In any case, Lamar drops back to throw, fires over the middle. That fastball is reeled in by Zay Flowers. Holds on this time for a first down at his own 49. Geno Stone with the stop.
Well, you're right. Did he fire a fastball or what? I mean, his release point was so high. When he has time and his mechanics, and has time to go through his mechanics on a step-by-step basis, he is as good a pure thrower as anybody in the league.
Henry out, Keaton Mitchell in at running back. We're down to 2:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. 17-0 Baltimore the score. Lamar hands it off to Keaton Mitchell. He's got running room to the left, to the 45, the 40 for a first down. DJ Turner shoves him out of bounds after a very easy 11-yard run.
That's a good way to put it. Easy 11-yard run, and I think one of the reasons it's easy is they're so balanced with what they're doing. They are on this drive and have been for most of the game very balanced. You don't know first down, 2nd down, 3rd down. They're not tipping their hand as to what they're going to do on a down and distance basis. I mean, they're kind of breaking a lot of constants that teams think, okay, they're going to throw it on 3rd and 4. No, not necessarily.
They're averaging 8.7 per run today.
Crazy.
8.7.
Ridiculous.
1st and 10 at the Cincinnati 40. This drive started inside the 10. Lamar with a deep drop, under pressure, and sacked at the 46-yard line. Miles Murphy and TJ Slayton there to bring down Lamar Jackson. Miles Murphy had a sack in the 1st quarter, so he's been in on a couple today, and that knocks the Ravens back a bit. It'll be 2nd down and 16.
And you got Kolar working against Miles Murphy. And, you know, pretty good balanced rush on both sides. Linderbaum got bull rushed, and Lamar Jackson had Linderbaum right in his lap before he knew what to do.
2 sacks for the Bengals, 3 sacks for Baltimore today. It is 2nd down and 16. Lamar fakes a toss to the left, under pressure again. This time throws it sideways. Mitchell makes the catch, but they're saying Lamar was down. It's going to be another sack for Cincinnati. He was in the grasp, and they blew the play dead, or are they calling it incomplete? It's an injured player down for Baltimore.
That's their tackle, their left tackle.
Ronnie Stanley.
Yeah, and Stanley's like struggling a little bit. He gets help up from a couple of his fellow offensive linemen, help to his feet, and he's getting off the field under his own power, but upset about it and struggling to get off a little bit.
So it does appear that they're ruling that incomplete. Lamar on one leg before being taken to the ground, tossed it sideways, and yes, the ball did hit the ground. We didn't see it did hit the turf before being scooped up by Keaton Mitchell. So it is an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 16 coming up, and a backup in at left tackle for Baltimore.
We'll see if can take advantage. Let's see what Miles Murphy does on this rush.
Andrew Voorhees kicked out to tackle Carson Vinson in on the offensive line. 3rd down and 16. 3 defenders playing way downfield for Cincinnati. Lamar with a deep drop. Has time to scan the field. Now begins running. Gets grabbed and sacked.
Nice.
Demetrius Knight sacks him at the 48 of Baltimore. There's an injured Bengal down. That looks like Chris Jenkins rolling over onto his back. The Bengals get another sack as Demetrius Knight wrestles down Lamar Jackson, his 2nd sack of the day.
Demetrius Knight does a good job getting up the football field and then going underneath the tackle, making him move a little bit, and then coming underneath him to put good pressure on. With Knight's now playing at the inside linebacker position. It was Osai doing that. Knight is the shadow. Knight basically is going to follow Lamar Jackson wherever he goes, and once he tucked the ball and started advancing toward the line of scrimmage, me and my shadow, Demetrius Knight, was there to make a play on
Chris Jenkins helped off the field, and he needs assistance to get to the sideline. So the Bengals defense forces a punt. Mitch Tinsley is back. Charlie Jones has been ruled out for the rest of today's game with an ankle injury. So Mitch Tinsley, who has 1 punt return this year for 10 yards, is back at the 8-yard line. 47 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Baltimore with a 17-0 lead. The Bengals desperately need to get a score to try to swing some momentum in this game. Baltimore just allowing the clock to wind way down. Play clock down to 5 as Stout waits for the long snap. He catches and launches the punt. Not much hang time. Tinsley calls for a fair catch, bends the knees slightly and makes the catch at the 13-yard line. 38 yards on the punt, and a long field for the Bengals to negotiate with 22 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
I was surprised he fair caught that one. I thought there was some room to operate a little bit. I thought that the gunner was blocked pretty well by the Bengals. I thought he had a lane that he could have taken advantage of a little bit, but decided to fair catch it.
In the most intriguing game in the early window today, New England still leads Buffalo, but that game's gotten closer. It's a 3-point Patriots lead as they go to the 4th quarter, 24-21. The Patriots lead the Bills. 1st and 10 Cincinnati from the 13-yard line. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, fakes to Chase Brown, drops back to the 4, looks around, throws it into the flat. Chase Brown with the catch, makes the first defender miss. Hamilton tackles him at the 21. 8 yards on the throw to Chase Brown.
Tell you, Hamilton stuck with it. The guy's a hell of a football player. There's no question. I mean, he is very intelligent. They can play him in multiple spots. He's a very versatile football player, and he's physical. He gets people on the ground. 14th
pick in the draft out of Notre Dame 3 years ago. 3rd quarter has come to an end. Baltimore leads Cincinnati 17-0. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
Ready to call your next big career play? Huddle up with ProLink and get connected with the best opportunities in healthcare, manufacturing, engineering, and more. Whether you're looking for a flexible 10-week assignment or a 10-year permanent role, ProLink connects you with the right job and puts your long-term success first. Visit ProLinkWorks.com and click Get Started to apply now. ProLink, a proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. Hooday!
Come vibe with us at Paycor Stadium, the 2026 Cincinnati Music Festival, presented by P&G. July 23rd, 24th, and 25th is going to be lit. Friday, July 24th, we've got Charlie Wilson, 803 Fresh, Lettucey, Tyrese, and Nelly. Come back Saturday, July 25th for Mary J. Blige, Heatwave, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, SWV, and Trey Songz. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.
Trust. It's built in moments that matter most. When compassion brings comfort. When a steady hand shows the way forward. When people feel seen, supported, and guided with care. Trust is the promise we live at CareSource. Because we believe health insurance can do more to make lives better and to bring hope when it's needed most. This is CareSource, today and always. Trusted. Learn more at caresource.com.
Need to tackle your next big project? Choose Ohio Cat for unbeatable construction equipment. From bulldozers to excavators, Ohio Cat delivers power, precision, and performance with the quality you expect. And with our one-stop rental shop, you get top-notch equipment without the long-term commitment. Whether it's a quick job or major build, if you need it, Ohio Cat rents it. Visit ohiocat.com to explore equipment options and make your next project a success. Ohio Cat, the official equipment partner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, if the Bengals are going to win at home today, they are going to have to erase a 17-point deficit in the fourth quarter. It is 17-0 Baltimore. The Bengals do have the ball at their own 21-yard line. 2nd down and 2 coming up to begin the final quarter.
Henry in the third quarter alone. 5 carries, 83 yards. 3 of his carries, 29 yards, 24 yards, 22 yards in the third quarter alone.
He has exactly 100 rushing yards in the game. The Bengals run it on 2nd and 2 and don't get the first down. Pirine picked up a yard. Hamilton and Smith combining for the tackle. The Bengals will line up quickly now. 3rd down and 1. Baltimore can't change personnel. Ravens a little bit late getting lined up, but the Bengals weren't ready to snap it. Now they're going to do a little bit of a muddle huddle near the ball. Just wanted to make sure that Baltimore couldn't change personnel, get more big bodies out there on 3rd down and 1. See if the Bengals can pick up another 3rd down conversion. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap, turns right, gives it to Pirine. Samaje runs into a wall and does not get the first down. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Yeah, he did. And at the end of all that, you have a tight end getting thrown over the pile. Well,
Samaje Pirine is hurt.
Jeez. Not bad luck. There'd be no luck at all.
So the training staff comes out. It's going to be 4th down and a yard and a half, and down by 17 points. Even though they're at their own 22, the Bengals are going to have to seriously consider whether they have to go for it here, because they might not get the ball enough to rally from 17 down if they do not convert a first down here.
Yeah, that's true. And, Sample had 2 players to block on the edge. He took the inside player, and the player on the outside came in untouched and made the first hit on Pirine.
While the training staff looks at Samaje Pirine, we'll take a break. 14:06 left, 17-0 Ravens. This is the Bengals Radio Network.
For over 100 years, iron workers have been building America. Do you have what it takes to be an iron worker? Do you like to work with your hands? Do you like to be creative and solve problems? Do you like to be outdoors and don't mind getting dirty? With starting pay of $18 an hour and with medical and retirement benefits, there are iron worker jobs available in Northwest Ohio. To take your career to new heights, call the Iron Workers Local 55 Training Center at 419-382-3080 and build a better future.
The Ohio Automotive Supply Company in Findlay is your locally owned Napa dealer. They carry a complete selection of auto and heavy-duty truck parts, nationally known and locally owned. Ohio Automotive Supply Company. Stop! Do you need brakes, hoses, belts, or filters for your car or truck? Go to your Napa parts experts with over 100 years of combined service. Ohio Automotive Supply Company on West Main Cross in Findlay. In business since 1945.
Bright Wireless provides reliable high-speed internet for homes and businesses throughout the Tiffin, Fostoria, and surrounding rural areas. With their office and service facility located in Bascom, Bright Wireless can provide you with the type of local customer service that you deserve. With their new Accelerate packages, you get the bandwidth needed to do anything over your connection. Log on to their website at bascomtelephone.com and click on the Bright Wireless tab for more information.
Available individually or as a group of 4, featuring 3 Boone County small batch bourbon varieties and fan favorite Bourbon Cream. Crafted on the Bourbon Trail, destined for the jungle, this bourbon is for the fans. Ask for our limited edition Bingles bottle set at your favorite spirits retailer throughout Bingles country.
Samaje Pirine is as tough as they come. He had to be helped off the field, could not put any weight on his right leg. They've taken him into the medical tent. Meanwhile, the offense stays on the field. So The game is more or less going to be decided in all likelihood right here. The Bengals going for it on 4th down and a long yard from their own 22, trying to keep their hopes alive, trailing 17-0. If they don't get the first down here, Baltimore starts in field goal range with a 17-point lead.
Yeah, 3-score lead, and you got a short field. If the Bengals run successful here, that would be too much to overcome.
Looks like the Bengals are going to throw it. They line up in an empty backfield. Everybody bunched in tight. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Nobody outside the numerals. Burrow catches the shotgun snap. Quick pass. Caught by Chase Brown. Tackled at the 25. He's got the first down. Trenton Simpson with the tackle.
Well, nothing comes easy, though. You have to work hard for everything. Every 3rd down, whether it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, it's like humongous.
They converted 4th and 1. The Bengals have the ball at their own 24. No huddle. They snap it to Burrow. Joe drops back, pump fakes. Now in trouble, grabbed by the head and pulled to the ground. It's a sack, 4th of the day for Baltimore. Travis Jones, 341-pound nose tackle, knocks down Joe Burrow.
The Bengals on 3rd down, Dan, are 2 for 10 on the day. The 2 makes are 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. They've missed on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 19, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 8, and 3rd and 1.
Perine's on the back of a cart. They're going to drive him to the locker room. 13 minutes to go. That was a 5-yard sack. 2nd down and 15. Burrow catches a shotgun snap. Quick pass. Chase with a catch at the 25. Maneuvers toward the sideline. Wiggins shoves him out of bounds around the 28.
Got to put a dent in this 3-score lead. The Bengals right now are working their way out of poor field position. See if they can sustain and move the chains and sustain this drive. They have to cut into this 3-score margin. You don't want to go into the 4th quarter of a football game down by 3 scores.
I think I said Burrow's been sacked 4 times. It's actually 3. Lamar Jackson's been sacked 4 times. 3rd down and 6. Clock running, 12:17 to go. The Bengals at their own 28-yard line. They snap it to Burrow. Drops back. It gets hit. Manages to throw it. Incomplete. Intended for Jamar Chase. Amarius Mims is down, rolling around on his back. A Ravens player is down. Amarius on his hands and knees, and now he climbs to his feet, but he's doing a deep knee bend. He's in pain.
Yep.
Training staff will come out and look at the Bengals right tackle, Amarius Mims. Draymond Jones was the player that was down for Baltimore, and he was the guy that immediately got around Orlando Brown Jr., took down Joe Burrow as he's throwing the ball for Jamar Chase.
And then on the other side of it, Amarius Mims, as he went to the ground, it looked like it was self-inflicted. Self-induced. He went to the ground awkwardly and couldn't get up initially. Eventually made his way to his feet, but he is struggling to get off the field right now. He has assistance on either side of him.
Cody Ford trotting out onto the field. It's 4th down and 6. The offense is still out there for Cincinnati. Now Jamar Chase having words with some members of the Baltimore Ravens defense, and the officials are shoving those defensive players away. They are woofing it up pretty good in Jamar's direction, led by Kyle Van Noy, who is being Kyle Van Annoying to Jamar Chase.
I like that, Dan. I like that little pun.
Well, the Bengals converted 4th and 1. Now they got to try to convert 4th and 6 from their own 28. Can they give Burrow enough time to deliver a 6-yard pass to somebody, with Cody Ford now into the game at right tackle for Amarius Mims?
Tough snap to come in off the bench.
Chase Brown and Drew Sample in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap on 4th and 6. Joe catches, drops straight back, fires, caught by Jamar Chase, gets away from a defender, runs down the near sideline into Ravens territory, and he gets taken out of bounds at the Baltimore 46-yard line. Alohi Gilman with the stop. That's what happens when you woof in the direction of Jamar Chase.
Exactly, and after he made the catch, they started woofing again, and Jamar Chase, an official, tried to separate him from the chatter, and he kind of like, hey, I'm good, just don't push me, don't move me around. And I'll tell you, though, I really have to give Cody Ford a hell of a lot of credit. That is hard. That's hard to come in cold off the bench and have to protect against these Ravens pass rushers who've been playing the whole football game, and you're stone cold.
27 yards on 4th and 6. Jamar Chase up to 115 passing yards in the game. Here's a throw, sliding catch. It's a catch for Mitch Tinsley at the 29-yard line of Baltimore. His first catch of the day.
That's a great play by Joe Burrow as he rolls to his right, throw back across his body, and Tinsley rewards him with a sliding catch.
And there's an injured player down for Baltimore. It's Marlon Humphrey holding on to his left calf. So the training staff will come out and look at him. Gives the Bengals support staff a chance to run out there with a bunch of ponchos to try to keep the offensive players warm. After another first down throw, Burrow to Tinsley to move the ball to the 29 of the Ravens with 11:06 to go. By the way, Jamar Chase now 8 catches, 114 yards. He needs one more catch to reach 100 catches for the 3rd year in a row.
That's amazing. You know, a 100-catch season is a hell of an accomplishment. To do it 3 years in a row is staggering. I mean, against the competition the National Football League provides on the back end, unbelievable cover corners, you know, defensive coaches that have great game plans. That's just an extraordinary accomplishment by Chase.
We'll take a timeout. 11:06 to go. 17-0 Baltimore, but the Bengals driving to the 29 of the Ravens. They'll have a first down when we come back on the Bengals Radio Network.
Welcome to Big B Coffee, your home away from home that picks you up and leaves you in a better mood than when you arrived. No matter who you are, we know we'll have a drink for you, and her, and him. You see, here at Big B, we can customize our drinks for each person. Dairy or no dairy, coffee or no coffee. We've got you covered, hot, iced, or frozen. Big B Coffee is one of a kind, just like you.
With locations on Tiffin Avenue and Trenton Avenue in Findlay to serve you.
Blanchard Valley Health System is making it easier than ever to access the care you need with online self-scheduling. Explore our physicians and providers, view real-time availability, and book an appointment, all from your phone or computer. Whether you need same-day urgent care, a routine checkup, or a life-saving cancer screening, you can visit bvhealthsystem.org. Book your appointment today with Blanchard Valley Health System. We're here for convenience. We're here for you.
No matter what time of year it is or what kind of event you've planned, from a college education to home improvements to a great vacation, a WesBanco home equity line of credit is the best possible answer for financing. It allows you to use the equity in your home to finance just about anything while providing you, in most cases, a tax deduction on the interest you pay, all at a competitive interest rate and with flexible repayment terms. So call your nearest WesBanco office for more details about a home equity line of credit. WesBanco Bank Incorporated is a member FDIC equal housing lender. Consult your tax advisor regarding deductibility of interest.
Cincinnati Bengals.
When Amazon teamed up with the Cincinnati Bengals, local kids got an unforgettable experience. In November, Boys and Girls Club members received VIP access to watch their favorite Bengals practice. Amazon and the Cincinnati Bengals, working together to inspire the next generation of dreamers.
Amarius Mims has emerged from the medical tent. He's taken a seat on the bench. His helmet is off, so he's not coming back into the game. Cody Ford remains in at right tackle. 11:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bengals down 17-0, but driving. They have a first down at the 29-yard line of Baltimore. Split safeties about 10 yards down the field for the Ravens as Burrow waits for a shotgun snap. Gesicki motions out to the right. Chase is lined up to the left. Burrow, steam coming out of his helmet, drops back to throw. Pocket closes, gets rid of it, caught in the flat. Chase Brown runs down to the 26. Two defenders crunch him to the ground, Wiggins and Hamilton, and the clock is running with 10:43 to go.
Tell you what, it seems like the Ravens, they could have been called for 12 men on the field, but the timeout made that go away, that potential infraction. But they are all over the football field. It seems like they have 13 or 14 defenders out there sometimes.
2nd and 7 after that 3-yard check down to Chase Brown. Burrow keeping his hands warm as he waits for the snap from Karras. Burrow catches at the 31, drops back 3 steps, throws. Low throw, but it's reeled in for a catch. Tanner Hudson turns it upfield and makes it to the 18 for a Bengals first down.
Good job by Tanner Hudson. Awareness of where the sticks were to get that first down. He knew when he caught the football he wasn't quite there, caught the football, got himself north and south as quickly as he could, and picked up the necessary yardage.
For the first time today, the Bengals are in the Miami University red zone, looking to get off to Schneid. They trail 17-0, 9:47 left. Shotgun snap to Burrow, drops back to the 27, short pass, caught over the middle. Chase Brown runs to the 10. There's a penalty flag at the 17. Trenton Simpson making the tackle.
Yeah, penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. Did the Baltimore Ravens line up off sides with the Bengals in an illegal formation? Not enough people on the line of scrimmage. What do we got?
Dave Kelly says Josh Tupou is offside.
All right.
Offside. Defense number 41 was in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined, and it brings up second down.
So the Bengals take the catch on the pass to Chase Brown. They lose it down, but they pick up 9 yards instead of 5. Second down and 1.
Yeah, instead of, 1st and 5, you go 2nd and 1. But now you're already in the low red zone. You're inside the 10-yard line. You need points, need the touchdown, need 7.
Second down and 1 from the Baltimore 9. Burrow in the shotgun. Chase Brown to his right. Joe catches, turns right, hands it to Chase Brown. Ran into a wall, runs backward, runs forward again, and moves the pile close to the line to gain. Depends on the spot.
I think they gave him a first down. I think it's close. But the official, I was watching the far side official, and he moved. I mean, he initially spotted it, then he respotted it after the second surge.
It is a first down.
Yep.
So 1st and goal from the 8. Bengals need a touchdown, and preferably they could use one quickly. With 8:52 to go, down by 17 points. First down and goal from the 8-yard line. Burrow waiting for a shotgun snap. 2 receivers out to each side of the formation. Yosivash goes in motion out to the right. Burrow back to throw. Throws over the middle, caught by Jamar Chase. Spins forward in the middle of 2 defenders and makes it down to the 2. Simpson, Gilman, and one other defender, Roquan Smith, were there. It's going to be second down and goal. They'll spot it at the 3 instead of the 2.
Man, Jamar Chase is the ultimate competitor, man. I mean, he caught that football, and he was not about to go down. He was like a cowboy on a bucking bronco, the way he was running inside the lowest of low red zone inside the 5.
Second down and goal from the 3. A couple of tight ends check in. They're both lined up to the right. Burrow waiting for the shotgun snap at the 8. The ball's on the 3-yard line. Burrow catches. Short drop from the 11, and the play is blown dead.
First of the snap. False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You don't want to give up yards in the low red zone. It's hard enough to score. You've gotten yourself inside the 5-yard line. You don't want to go backwards, and the penalty on Orlando Brown is doing exactly that.
Orlando does that kick step, and it's always close as to whether he moves early or not. He's generally not called for it, but he was there lining up to block veteran Kyle Van Noy. Second and goal from the 7. Ball's between the 7 and the 8. Second down and goal. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Burrow ready. Yosivash motions to the right. 2 receivers to each side. Burrow looking, throwing, back corner of the end zone. Tinsley can't come down with it. Marlon Humphrey in coverage. Tinsley had a shot and could not pull it in.
I'll tell you, that was a great throw, I thought, by Joe Burrow. Cody Ford was getting bull rushed right into his lap, and he put the ball in the back corner, toward the back corner of the end zone to give Tinsley a shot at it. You got to catch it. You got to make that catch. I mean, Humphrey is there to bother him, to basically, the ball never changed course, never got touched, never got tipped, just could not secure the ball.
Both hands on the ball, jumping into the back corner of the end zone. That should have been a TD. Third down and goal from the 7. Burrow waits for the shotgun snap. Chase, the only receiver out to the left. Burrow drops back to throw. Here comes the rush. Throws, intercepted at the 5. Threw it right to a defender who hands it backward to a teammate. Now charging up the sideline is Gilman, and he's going to take it to the house. The 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Van Noy with the interception. He handed it backward to a faster teammate, and it's a Baltimore touchdown when the Bengals were inside the 10-yard line.
Tell you what, Van Noy, football IQ right there, and unselfish. Hand the football off, give it backward, let the speedster take it down the sideline to pay dirt, and coffin nails. 23-0 with the extra point here coming to make it 24-0 soon.
One play after Mitch Tinsley dropped a touchdown pass.
Exactly. It should have been over anyway. The drive should have ended right there.
Second pick six in as many weeks thrown by Joe Burrow. And he threw it right to Kyle Van Noy. I didn't see a receiver nearby. Not sure who Joe is throwing it to.
Yeah.
The extra point from Loop. Right down the middle. 24-0 Baltimore, 7:38 to go.
24 points. Tough to overcome. Not impossible, but more than tough. Kyle Van Noy. The Baltimore Ravens have 4 rushers, 3 blockers for the Bengals, and Joe Burrow trying to throw it over the middle, right to Kyle Van Noy. He didn't have to move. I mean, he's basically was in the same spot as he was at the snap of the football, and then handed it off for the 6.
9-yard return for Van Noy and an 85-yard return for Gilman. 94 total.
Man. You go from threatening to score in the low red zone to the defense touchdown in the other end zone. That is crushing, a devastating blow.
So the Bengals are down 24-0. We've got some injury updates. Chris Jenkins hurt his left ankle. His return is doubtful. Samaje Perine hurt his right ankle. His return is questionable. Amarius Mims hurt his right knee. His return also questionable.
That's what happens when you lose a football game like this. You have injuries because, obviously 24-0. You're on the wrong end of a physical battle.
That was a 16-play, 80-yard drive for Cincinnati. That part was good.
Yeah.
Didn't end well. This kickoff will return from the 6 by Taj Brooks to the 20, middle of the field 25. Looks to cut back to the left and makes it to the 30-yard line. So the Bengals will have the ball at their own 30, trailing 24-zip, 7:32 remaining. And Joe Burrow comes running back out to play QB with the Bengals down by 24. Chicago leads Cleveland 28-3. That game's in the 4th quarter. New England leads Buffalo 31-28. New England jumped out to a 21-0 lead. The Bills came back to take the lead 28-24. Now New England is up. Samaje Perine back into the game. No, it's Chase Brown at running back. They give it to Chase Brown. It's a decent pickup on the play. Gains about 7 yards. Samaje Perine has returned to the sideline after being taken on a cart to the locker room, and he is in uniform. Told you he's as tough as it gets.
I'm telling you, man.
He wants to come back in.
You can't knock him out.
2nd down and 3 for the Bengals. Clock running, 7:02 to go. Chase motions out to the right. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, hands it to Chase Brown, and Chase will not get the first down on 2nd and 3. He's tackled 1 yard short.
Obviously, this game has not gone as planned, but you can't quit. I mean, you can't fold your tent. You can't be known as somebody that won't finish a football game. Your NFL career depends on it. You're making big money. You're making good money. You're supposed to play every single snap to its fullest, and your teammates are counting on that. Your coaches are counting on that. You got to finish every single snap.
3rd and 1 Bengals at their own 39. We have 6:22 to go. Burrow catches the shotgun snap, hands it to Chase Brown. He's got the first down, lowers the shoulder, and knocks back Malachi Starks, who did manage to make the tackle at the 45-yard line.
Well, that time Ted Karras got after it. He was in Pritchard at the right guard position. Those two guys get after a double team at the line of scrimmage, rubbed off to the linebacker, and gave Chase Brown an opportunity to smoke the football up the field on a straight dive and generate a first down.
Samaje Perine is back into the game.
Tough nut.
Taken off on a cart. He's back into the game. Dude's an animal. 1st and 10 Bengals at their own 45. Clock running, 5:36 to go. 24-0 Baltimore in Cincinnati. They hand it to Samaje Perine, and Perine fights for about 3 yards out to the 48. John Jenkins with the stop. John Jenkins has had a good day. We've called his name a bunch. 36 years old, 360 pounds, playing well under frigid conditions.
36 years old, you know, you got to think in a day like today, there's things that I could be doing that's a little bit easier at the age of 36 than playing out here. But he loves it, man. Obviously, he is a football junkie.
5 minutes to go. 2nd and 7 for Cincinnati. The Bengals at their own 48. Burrow taps both sides of his helmet. Joe catches the shotgun snap. Throws toward the near sideline. Nearly intercepted by Wiggins. Jumped the route. Got in front of Chase. Wasn't able to come away with Baltimore's 3rd interception of the day.
Well, obviously, it looks like, you know, the Bengals aren't going to be able to go 5-1 in the division. They're down 24-0 today. Looks like their best they can do is go 4-2, and then let the cards fall as it may. Nobody in the division is going to be undefeated. 4-2 might be the number one tiebreaker still. So you got to go play every game, like Paul Brown once said. You can't quit. You got to finish. You're getting paid. You're a professional. You're getting paid to play a child's game. Get it done.
3rd and 7 Bengals at their own 48. 4:49 to go. They run it on 3rd down and 7. They will not get the first down. Pirine crossed the 50, made it to the 49. 4th and 4 coming up, and the Bengals will obviously go for it. Gesicki and Hudson check in.
See what they decide to do on this 4th and 4. Orlando Brown's got a lot of blood on that jersey. I don't know if it's his or the opponent's. Got a lot of blood on the right side of his jersey, right by the waistline where he tucks it into his football pants. It's been a physical contest. There's no question about it. There's been a lot of hitting going on in this AFC North rivalry.
4th down and 3.5. The Bengals at the 48 of Baltimore. They snap it to Burrow. He drops back. He fires a pass. Chase with a one-handed catch for the first down at the 37-yard line of Baltimore. Wiggins complaining that Chase pushed off. There is no penalty flag, and the Bengals convert on a brilliant one-handed reel-in job, and then tap by Jamar Chase.
I'll tell you, man, no matter down 24-0, 4 scores, you're competing. The ultimate competitor is Jamar Chase. You're still competing. You're still making the play of the year. That was unbelievable.
10 catches, 132 yards for Jamar Chase today. On 1st and 10, it's a running play for Samaje Perine, and he'll be pulled down after a gain of 2 at the 34. Right now, this drive is about avoiding the shutout.
Yep.
The Bengals are not in a big hurry. They're trying to get some points on the board, trailing 24-0.
Yeah, and Jamar Chase is showing leadership. You know, it's like, okay, follow my lead. I'm going to work my tail off. I'm going to try to make as many plays as I possibly can. I expect the same out of you. I expect a high-level performance no matter what the situation.
2nd and 8 from the 34 of Baltimore. Burrow is ready. He'll turn right and give it to Samaje Perine again. Samaje spins his way to the 32 for 2 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Right now, when the TV cameras show the Bengals huddling, and you can see the steam coming out of the face masks, you can't help but think of the Freezer Bowl. Those images are very familiar, Dave Lapham.
They really are. Yeah, I mean, I can remember it oh so well. You know, particularly at this stage of the game where you're a little fatigued and you're kind of you're breathing deeply, and that cloud of smoke's coming out of your face mask.
2:52 to go. It is 3rd down and 6 for the Bengals. Karras snaps it back to Burrow. Quick pass over the middle, and it is a catch. Drew Sample with the catch. They are not giving him the first down. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard with 2:35 remaining.
Good effort by Drew Sample, though. He was in a battle. I mean, it was a heavily contested catch, and Drew Sample came up with it and made the play for his quarterback.
So the Bengals will go for it on 4th and less than a yard. Burrow in the gun. Samaje Perine to his left. 3 receivers go out to the left. Noah Fant going in motion. Lines up next to left tackle Orlando Brown Jr. It's a handoff to Samaje Perine. I don't know if he got it.
I don't think he did.
Baltimore is celebrating, but it all depends on the spot. Don't think he got it.
Nope.
Roquan Smith with the tackle.
I don't think he did.
And the pounding on the glass to our left in the Ravens coaching booth is all you need to know. Baltimore gets the stop on 4th and a yard, and it looks like it's going to be a shutout for defensive coordinator Zach Orr and the Ravens defense.
Telling you that in this era of National Football League, to pitch a shutout on the road when Joe Burrow is the opposing quarterback, it's a hell of a day's work.
I mean, the Bengals' inability to convert on 3rd down and 4th down today has killed them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and you want to convert on 3rd so you don't find yourself in that situation on 4th down. But if you do get in that situation, you got to convert. You got to stay on the field.
This will be the Ravens' first offensive play of the 4th quarter. They've got their backup quarterback in. They hand it off to Mitchell, and he'll get tackled as he crosses the 30 for a gain of 3 yards.
Mop-up time for the Baltimore Ravens. They're celebrating on that sideline. The players, the defensive players are very enthusiastic around their coordinator, Zach Orr.
We've hit the 2-minute warning, 1:57 to be exact on the clock. We'll take a timeout. Baltimore on its way to victory here in Cincinnati. 24-0 the score on the Bengals Radio Network.
It's the season for connecting to our community, our traditions, and each other. That's why Alta Fiber is here giving you peace of mind with internet you can count on, service you deserve, and performance you can trust. Alta Fiber is your hometown provider for high-speed fiber internet, TV, and home phone services. This holiday season, switch to Alta Fiber and get up to a $300 gift card. Internet plans start at just $40 a month. Visit altafiber.com today, because when you have the best connections, a brighter world is possible.
Gear up like the pros at the Bengals Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience. From jerseys and sideline apparel to hats, accessories, and exclusive team merch, the Bengals Pro Shop has everything you need to rep the orange and black. Visit us on the plaza level at Paycor Stadium's north end zone, or shop anytime online at shop.bengals.com. Game day or every day, show your stripes in style with great gear from the Bengals Pro Shop. See us today at shop.bengals.com.
Great coaches don't get buried in paperwork, they develop players. But many managers spend less than 10% of their time coaching teams. That's why the Cincinnati Bengals leave all things HR to Paycor. Paycor's HR and payroll software handles it all, from recruiting and onboarding to compliance and payroll, so leaders can drive business results. Just like the Bengals coaches here at Paycor Stadium, your manager should be coaching, not switching between disconnected HR systems. Learn more at paycor.com.
Mac is back at Skyline Chili. Come try their new delicious mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta and white cheddar cheese, and topped with a mound of their freshly shredded Wisconsin cheddar. Get the mac and cheese 3-way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili. Either way, it's the ultimate comfort food. But don't wait. Skyline's mac and cheese 3-way is only here for a limited time at participating Skyline locations.
Join Lapp and Wayne Box Miller on Wednesday for the Bengals Game Plan radio show presented by Bud Light. Visit Bengals.com/game plan for more info. The Ravens have it with 1:57 to go. 2nd down and 7 at their own 30. Baltimore leading Cincinnati 24-0 on the Bengals home field. Here's a toss to the left, and Keaton Mitchell sprinting down the sideline. Jordan Battle dives at his legs and tackles him around the 50 to save what would have been a 70-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it had the ear markings to go to the house. There's no doubt about it. The Bengals on 3rd down today, Dan. 3 of 15. The 3 they've made. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 1. They missed on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 19, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 7, and 3rd and 6. I mean, unbelievable. 4th down, they're 3 for 5.
The Ravens letting the play clock wind down. It is at 4-3-2. They're in the victory formation. And their backup QB, Snoop Huntley, the guy who spit up the pig on the fumble in the jungle, takes the snap and takes a knee. And tick, tick, tick goes the clock with 1:36 to go.
We had Sam Hubbard on the air with us recently, fumbled in the jungle. I mean, that's an iconic play. Sam Hubbard will forever be an iconic Cincinnati Bengal, and that's an iconic play. The Cincinnati Kid Moeller High School, Ohio State, and the Bengals.
We'll have them on the air again with us next Friday at the On the Rhine Eatery. Back-to-back appearances for Sam. We look forward to that. So if you've got somebody on the Christmas list and you're thinking, what can I get this Bengals fan? How about something autographed by a fan favorite forever, Sam Hubbard? He'll be there. Happy to sign autographs this Friday. He'll join us in the final hour of our 3 to 6 Bengals Pep Rally show. Another snap for the Ravens. They need to do it one more time, and they can head to the warmth of the locker room with a 500 record and a 24-0 shutout victory on the Bengals home field.
Unbelievable.
So it is going to be a split in the season series, with the road team winning each game, Cincinnati winning by 18 in Baltimore, and the Ravens winning by 24 in the Natty. 28 seconds to go. There's the snap, there's the knee, and that will do it. The Ravens even the record at 7-7. They dropped the Bengals to 4-10. The final score today, Baltimore 24, Cincinnati nothing. Stay tuned for Wayne Boxmiller in the post-game show coming up here on the Bengals Radio Network.
This is the Bengals Radio Network.
And the Bengals get a touchdown after all.
Bengals football has been brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Fifth Third Bank, score big with Bengals banking. Visit 53.com to join the roster and earn exclusive perks.
The Cincinnati Bengals are brought to you locally on Mix 96.7 WBVI by Ohio Automotive Supply, Stahl Electric LLC, Seneca Millwork, and by the Ropey Corporation.
Now, stay tuned for the Bengals Locker Room Report on the Bengals Radio Network.